hate a bully. And Peach McIntyre is a bully. Okay, she has been bullying Kayleigh G for almost a week, and she has been using her platforms to do it. She's rallied together the Peach Patch. She's found old clips of Kayleigh G and is now using them to attack Kayleigh G. Now, if Kayleigh G had did the same thing to her, anybody, if anybody had did the same thing to Peach, we already know she would be trying to strike their channels. She would be running to the Peach Patch crying about how everyone's against her, calling them PAHs and how people are so jealous of her and dot, 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 dot. But no, ma'am, not today. We are going to put Peach where she belongs, put her back in her place where she belongs, okay? Because Kayleigh G is not Peach's peer. Oh no. Peach's peer is Melanie Renee, a married mother of 9, soon to be 10 kids. Let's stack them up against one another. Because Peach, you like to bully smaller fish. You like to feel superior. You like to feel like you are intellectually superior. You like to feel like you have the bigger platform, like you make more money. So you like to feel that you are on top of your game. But we all know that's all a ruse. We all know it's all smoke and mirrors. Today, Peach McIntyre has said that she's made 50K in 3 days bullying Kayleigh G. She thinks we're done. Peach, if you made 50 cents, I would be surprised. Your numbers aren't like that, but they are. Since you started bullying Kayleigh G, your numbers have gone up. You've admitted to yourself, you have already admitted that your subscriber count on TikTok went up 50K since you started with this Kayleigh G hugging her kids business. And we're going to break it down today. We're going to take it all apart and put it all back together again. Unfortunately, on this Sunday, we have to put Peach in her place. I don't like bullying behavior. I don't like it from Peach. I don't like it when anyone does it. And I, for one, don't revel in bullying anybody. I would never bully Peach McIntyre or anybody on this platform. What's good, Sage? I'm here early. Looks like I have to go live twice today. As promised, I'll be back live tonight at about 6, which is in 5 hours, and I've been up all night, y'all. I've been up all night, which is why I haven't made this a video, because this was supposed to be a video, but I don't feel like editing and all that stuff. So I just said, let me go live. Hey, Josh. Hey, buddy. Josh, you are the winner. You are number 1. I'm going to give you a gift one of these days, Josh. I need to. Thanks for tuning in, Josh. How is your Sunday going? Hey, Naomi. Naomi. Did I tell you this before I named one of my characters in my book? One of my books, Naomi. I think you're the same Naomi. What's good, Naomi Vasquez? How are you today? Right, she's unhinged. Let me drink some water. Peach is definitely unhinged. But can I get the likes up, guys? Moment of clarity. I do not get paid for these lives. These lives net me peanuts. I'll be lucky to get $2 or $3. I need you guys to hit the like button at minimum. Hit the like button. Share this stuff out. Okay, don't come in here looking and sniggling and grinning and not hitting that like button. Okay, because I'm doing this for you guys. I know you guys like to engage in this discourse about Peach, as do I, but please make it worth my while. Let's go ahead and hit the like button. If you don't do nothing else, if you don't send a super chat, if you don't join a membership, at least hit that like button. It's not going to kill you. Hit the like button. Oh, yes, we are going to really put Peach McIntyre in her place because, like I said, Shantae, Kayleigh G is not your peer. Melanie Renee is your peer, Peach. And Melanie Renee is running circles around you. See, I can get on here and go in on you about your looks. I can go in on you about your behavior, the type of mom you are. But we're gonna go a little bit deeper because what matters to you is none of that. You don't care about making yourself look like a full-on social media. You have proven that time and time again. But what does matter to you, Miss Peach McIntyre, is that dollar bill. What does matter to you is trying to perpetuate, okay, falsely, right? She wants everybody to think that she's top dog in this content game, in this mommy sector game, but she is not. Oh, no, no, no. Melanie Renee has this on lock. When it comes to the moms with the big families, okay, with the multiple children, Melanie is running circles around Peach McIntyre. If you want to know how to get it done and how to put it down with no slouch, go over to Raising K's. That's Melanie Renee's page. Okay? Melanie Renee is not coming to social media, putting her mother down, putting her husband down, talking about her children being piss pots. She's not coming to social media cursing people out and making a fool of herself and bringing the value of black women down with her content. No, she comes on here with class. She's beautiful. Her family is A1, okay? If it's not, it looks like it is. They look good as a unit, okay? If I had to pick between, if I want us to have my family looking like Melanie's or Peach, I'm going to choose Melanie all day long. Anybody would choose Melanie all day long. Nobody would choose to be a Peach McIntyre. And we're going to get into that. You want to bully people? You want to pick on people, Peach McIntyre? Let's do this dance because here I am. I'm ready to go mano y mano. All right? Let's get it. Hey, Danita, thanks for tuning in. Hey, Dardita, what's up, Tasha girl? I'm going to tell her, Dardita, don't you worry. You've never watched Melanie Renee? Melanie's a different type of content creator. Go buy a ticket for a price. I need to get it together. They sell. Who sell what? What are you talking about, Shantae? And I have 22 likes now, 34 people in the chat. But yes, Peach X, because that's what we're calling her now. Not Peach McIntyre, but Peach X, aka Sigmund Freud, aka Mary Poppins, aka Mother of the Year, wants to educate Kayleigh G on how she should be a good mother because Kayleigh G, and we're not gonna mince words over here. Kayleigh G is a little ratchet that could. Kayleigh G is as ratchet as they come. Okay, I feel like just like I feel like Peach has some more girls up in that house. I feel the same way about Kayleigh G. I feel like Kayleigh G may have a few more girls up in that house than Peach does. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Hey, Deborah Ray, what's good? What's good with you? Yes, I love Raising K. She's very classy based. You know, they say Melanie Renee was into a little bit of fraud. okay? And I like a girl who gets down with the get down every now and again, because when you have 10 kids, you might have to do what you have to do at one time or another. But you know what? I'm not here to dirty up or, slander anybody's name. I don't know what happened. I don't know if she went to jail. I don't know if she was on probation. I don't know if she was falsely accused. All I know is there is a mugshot circulating around the net. So we're not going to act like Melanie Renee is perfect. But Peach is far from it. If we compare Melanie Renee to Peach McIntyre, she's still running laps around Peach. Her kids are always clean, always well mannered. Her husband loves her. Her husband's always participating in the content. Okay? Go to her page. Type in Raising Cades, Cades. Type that in, girls. Type it in. Or type in Melanie Renee. Melanie Renee. And her and Peach are about the same age. You never see Melanie on you never see her on social media with her hair sticking up all over her head. She wears the lip bar as well, okay? Melanie's a chocolate girl, like your girl MMG, and she also wears her red lipstick by the lip bar. So, I kind of like her for that. And I like how Melanie is about her business. Oh, when Melanie takes her family to Disneyland, they have a sprinter. Okay, her kids are not sitting on each other's laps, all right? They're in a sprinter. She has a sprinter van that can accommodate her entire family. Oh no, no, no. let's really get this party started. Melanie's family lives on a lake. They live in a nice home on a lake. Okay? When you saw Peach with her Blackstone outside, which she didn't keep up, by the way, because Peach can never be consistent at anything, right? She got that from Melanie Renee. Melanie Renee is often outside in her backyard that's overlooking a lake, okay? And she's often outside cooking meals for her family, okay? Absolutely, Miss Brown. Peach is picking on April, and that's why I'm here. And I need you guys to hit that like button. Hit the like button for your girl. It's 43 of you in here, hiding in the bushes, not even coming in and saying hi. You didn't even speak. Please hit the like button. And I'll stay on here and we'll, break this down as long as the vibes are good, as long as everybody's hitting the like button. If you feel so inclined, send a super chat, because once I start playing these videos, you guys already know YouTube is not going to pay me. So let's just talk about that for a second. Oh, yeah, she is winning, Danita. Facts. Hey, Cancer 66, get money. That's a big money getter in the house. What's good? Hey, Marcella. Hey, Lakeisha. Get money. Some more money getters in the his house. Where was I? Okay. Because when Melanie Renee takes her family to Disney, it's on Disney, okay? When Melanie Renee takes her family to Universal Studios, it's on Universal Studios, okay? Melanie is not coming out of her pocket. She's not getting ready to get evicted because she's took the money for the rent and paid for Disney season passes. Oh no. When she goes on a Disney cruise, it says welcome Cades, okay? It's on Disney, okay? When Melanie is going out to eat, if she's taking her family out to eat, guess what? It's on the house. Everything that you see Melanie Renee cook or everything that you see her use, she's being paid to do that. Meanwhile, Peach McIntyre is a big dummy because she doesn't get paid for any of the stuff that she shows on her channel. But she wants you guys to pay her to teach you how to be a loser content creator like her. Not only is she not making money like that, okay, she's not getting the brand deals or anything else either. She's constantly losing her pages, constantly losing followers, constantly losing money, and she has to work harder and harder and harder. Melanie Renee is probably, I would say she has 1.1 million followers on TikTok. She has less YouTube subscribers than Peach, and she also has less Facebook followers than Peach. But guess what? Guess what? Can you guess what? She gets more views than Peach Mcintyre. Absolutely. Melanie Renee's kids, listen, Melanie has two kids in college, right? Melanie Renee is homeschooling her children. Melanie Renee does not have CPS knocking on her door every other day. Melanie Renee is not attracting negativity in her content. And again, she's not bullying other content creators. She's not coming on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. She's not coming on here to bash anybody. She just does her content, looks beautiful doing it, and goes on about her business, honey. Her husband is also, gasp, her husband is also employed. Her husband works, okay, and takes care of his family. She's not making excuses for why her husband doesn't work and how it's better for her husband to stay at home. No, no, no. Melanie has it together. If you want to know how to become one of those content creators that gets the brand deals, that makes the big bucks, that has the husband whose family really has it going on, go over to Melanie Renee's page. She's not teaching classes. She's pregnant. She's having a baby. But she just did a baby shower and she was able to bless three other pregnant moms with baby shower gifts because guess why? Brands paid her to do that. They instead of her asking people, instead of her making an Amazon wish list, she actually hosted a baby shower and gave things away. Right, Lisa Clark. Melody gets free trips. That's what this whole influencer game is all about. It's about you amassing a large following so that you can influence that following by getting paid from brand deals and things like that. And it's not all about just making money from the platforms that you're on. When you have the kind of following that Peach McIntyre has, brands will pay you 50K a month to just show your audience some of their different products. And you can do it like once a week. You don't have to do it like every day. It's only once a week. 50K. 50K will support Peach's family the whole time, but Peach is too busy trying to show out because you do understand that Peach is not only on social media to make money, she's on social media for the attention. And I think the attention matters much more to her. Like hearing people say, go Peach, go Peach. Peach is right. Peach ain't said nothing wrong because Kayleigh, Peach, one thing about her, she takes care of her kids. I feel like Kayleigh G, if she wanted to, if she really sat back and thought about it, I feel like she could go blow for blow with Peach. She has so much that she can say about Peach. Anybody has so much that they can say about Peach. Hey, Chautauqua. Chautauqua, are you from Los Angeles? I knew a girl named Chautauqua. We went to school together. I don't know if you might be younger than me though. No, Kayleigh G is the young lady that Peach has been disrespecting for a week straight. She went from she went from the feeding empty little tummies lady, okay, because that was dragging her page down. Nobody was wanting to hear that stuff. She went from that to getting on Kayleigh G's head. She thinks she's doing something, but she can't top the K's. And that salad bar, honey, that salad bar, Danita, that salad bar would shut her down every day. Peach has that that pathetic looking pantry. Melanie puts it down with no slouch. That salad bar is top of the line. I want a salad bar now. I know I'm not going to keep it together. I already know I'm not going to be over there cutting up lettuce and refilling and cleaning out a salad bar. Otherwise, me and the Barbs, we would have us a salad bar too. Listen, earlier this summer, I said I was going to make like a mini salad bar because Melanie showed how before she got the actual salad bar, she just did it kind of like in her refrigerator. And she showed the different containers and mason jars and things of that nature that she bought for her salad bar. So I ordered all that stuff. I also ordered raspberries, blueberries. I had all kinds of stuff. Tell me why. Tell me why I never got around to reorganizing my refrigerator. Listen, everybody ain't able. Everybody is not going to be a Melanie Renee. Okay? I'm also not a Peach Mcintyre, but I know my place and I stay in my lane. And that's what Peach needs to do. Because if you're that girl, if you're that mom, you don't have time to sit around in your closet for days on end putting the next black woman down. She thinks she's doing something, but she can't top the K's. And that salad bar Miss K has is top tier. Peach needs to go and learn something, and Miss K not ratchet. Nope, not at all. She can go take a page while she's trying to teach Kayleigh G something. She needs to go take a page out of Melanie Renee's book because Melanie Renee didn't even grow up with her mother. Her grandparents raised her. Melanie Renee has been with her husband. All of her children are by her husband, and Melanie Renee has never come on social media talking about she didn't know if her children were her husband's and that her children had to have DNA tests. We have never heard Melanie Renee say that if she did or didn't. She never exposed her husband for cheating or any of that stuff, if he has or he has not. You haven't heard Melanie Renee coming on social media putting her husband down for content. Right, TNT. Melanie would run rings around Peach. Peach knows who her core audience is, and they act exactly. Bingo. Bingo. TNT. Bingo. Peach doesn't want to get a van because she would have to be bothered with those kids. Bingo, Miss Brown, Mrs. Brown. She can't get brand deals because she doesn't listen to anyone. Peach too busy cussing people out. Right, she's too busy being a clown. Like, I thought the whole point, and we all know this. Listen, I think it was last Monday, Peach was in her closet, okay, and she said, I want to sell 44 more classes because I'm having a TikTok look and learn class. Any of you peach patches in my bushes, any of you wanting to look and learn, like I said, go to Melanie K's page and look at what she's doing and learn from her. Because all that mess Peach is doing, don't be surprised if those feeding empty little tummy people doesn't come for Peach's neck. Don't be surprised if they don't come for her. because she thinks that she's such a bully and she thinks that she has the game on lock so tough that nobody can come for her. I do believe she hasn't heard the last of Lakewood Ranch Prep or Feeding Empty Little Tummies. Bet money. Right, she don't compare where she can't compete where she don't compare, Dardita. I like her page too. I mean, I will say that it's not ratchet, and if you're into ratchet, you will not be into Melanie Renee. If you're all about business, or let me say family, if you're more so into family, if you're more about finding ways that you can organize your household, how you can make different meals for your family, and things like that. If you're interested in seeing wholesome quality content, then I would say go to Melanie Renee's. If you're into the drama and negativity, and I'm not going to front, I am sometimes too, but it gets to a point. Like if you go to Peach's page right now, like I've seen what she's been doing the last week. I haven't been on her page. I haven't. She is in my algorithm, so I have saw some things, and I'm like, she's still on Kayleigh G, and I said, bet, because I had the intention of doing this video yesterday, but I was taking a little social media sabbatical. I'm tired of this stuff. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but I came back because I had to get this off. I did. Yes, her page I think is Raising K's Cancer 66. Is raising like the word raising, but instead of canes, it's K's Cades like that. Right, Cancer 66. Yeah. No, Peach ain't worth her losing deals. Melanie Renee probably would. I'm sure she's probably heard of Peach, but she would probably never even think about if Peach were to come from Melanie Renee, and if Peach sees this video, I bet she would be willing to try it. But Melanie would never give her that type of. Melanie would, like, you know what they say? A lion never considers the opinion of a sheep. Okay, Melanie Renee would never. She would never. And lose her brand deals? Absolutely not. Like she has it so good over there. Like that would be crazy. And that's what separates the real woman and the real moms from the clowns. Because Peach would risk her TikTok page. We've seen her do it. She will double down on the negativity and the hate filled rhetoric, even at the cost of losing a TikTok page with 1.1 million followers, knowing that $1,500 a month or not, TikTok was one of the pages that helped her to support her family. In order to prove a point to social media, Peach will take it all the way there and back and not care if it's going to hurt her pockets. That's how much of a clown she is. Hey, Gma Money Getter, what's good with ya? Thanks for tuning in. Right, Gma, Melanie Kate is one in a million. And yes, some things should be private. Hey, Kelly, what's good with you? Hey, Marie R. Hey, Denise Battle. Right, Denise. I don't like all this bullying of Kayleigh G. Kayleigh G has been through a lot. And she's come to social media. She'll come on here and tell her business. I mean, Kayleigh has come on, or her real name is April. She goes by the handle Kayleigh G, but she has come on and let me see. Let's see. Let's start reacting to some of this BS. But Kayleigh, she will come on here and say some of the wildest and most outrageous stuff. That's why I don't I don't mess with Kayleigh G either, just to keep it real. But at the same time, she's not on here bothering Peach. And she said what she said, and basically, like, look, you need to worry about your own man. And Peach, another thing Melanie Cade's husband does not have is outside children. And if he did, I'm sure Melanie would not treat his children any different than the way she treats her own, because that's her husband and she loves him. Melanie Cade is not on social media telling the world how she would never be a stepmother and how she doesn't care about anybody's children but her own. The Peach Patch goes for this BS. Peach was just on here last week. Instead of selling those 44 classes that she needed to sell, she spent the entire morning disrespecting her following, cursing. I mean, just saying the most wild, outlandish things. This is a almost 40-year-old woman. She's close to 40 years old, and she possesses the maturity of a 12-year-old. Not even a 12-year-old would come to social media and carry on the way that she does. But she wants everyone to think she's healed. And now, this one is really wild. Okay? Listen to this. And I'm calling her Peach X instead of Peach McIntyre. Peach with the letter X, because the glasses she has on, I guess she thinks, or in her little pea brain mind, I guess she believes they actually make her look smarter. Okay? I really can't make this up, y'all. Listen to this BS. Listen to this BS. I'm going to try my best not to curse, but she's going to piss me off. I'm telling you that right now. I'm warning you guys.
Down.
Oh, shoot.
Because I can. In April, I want to be clear. The only reason I won't break you down, because I can. Oh, baby. I can. I see you naked.
She's so evil. Like, it's disgusting to have to watch her, but I'm doing it for you guys. Ugh, she is so disgustingly evil. I have never seen someone, never. And you guys, I used to work with criminals, okay? Real deviants accused of the worst type of crimes. And none of them had the look of evil that Peach McIntyre has. I don't understand why YouTube hasn't gotten rid of her. TikTok has done it a couple of times, so good on you, TikTok. I don't understand why YouTube will not get rid of her. And I didn't want to say that for the longest time, because Peach, as evil as she is, this is how she provides for her family, but we can't keep allowing this to continue. It just can't keep continuing. It really can't. There has to be a safe space in this world where good prevails over evil.
And I'm not talking about clothes. I'm talking about that hard exterior, that I don't give a fuck attitude. I see you naked. I once was you. I am Autumn. Girl, I keep foreshadowing your life, telling you that if you don't change, your daughter will feel. You said, I wonder how she feels.
Autumn always write me like little notes. And like the last note Autumn wrote to me, she said, I know you be going through a lot, but I just want to tell you that I love you. And y'all, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I wonder how Autumn be feeling, because when I read the note, I don't go to her and be like, thank you, hug her, or I be like, Autumn, I got your note. I just pile it up and throw it in the garbage.
She will feel like me. She will hate.
Peach McIntyre has turned everything that her mother has ever tried to do to keep her from being in the situation that she's in now. She's taken those opportunities to disrespect her mother. And in my mind, everything that her mother tried to do to prevent her from being a 9-time baby mother to a loser, she's taking offense to that. Peach McIntyre, I know somebody like this. Every time their mother would try to steer them in the right direction, every time their mother would try to tell them something right, they would always see it as an affront to who they were, to their person. I know people like that. Their mother would tell them, hey, that guy's no good for you and you deserve better. And they will hate their mother as the man beats them, cheats on them, doesn't help them with anything. They will hate you for actually having the audacity to want better for them. And that's what I feel like Peach McIntyre has done with her mother. I believe her mother probably did say things that were hurtful to Peach, but not at the level that Peach is trying to take it. We see how she does with even somebody telling her, look, I lost my child several years ago. And before they can even get the rest of that out, Peach is telling them, oh, why are you trauma dumping on us? Because someone is telling their testimony, they can't even say, hey, I lost a child, but I'm here because I'm trying to move on. Before they can even get to that point, Peach is attacking them.
You, unless, unless, unless God changes her heart. But when you find out that your mama had a choice and she still didn't choose you, she chose some ghetto po-ass shit just because her mama fucked her up and fucked her over. She chose to fuck you up and fuck you over. You get angry about that. That is serious business. When you pour out your heart.
Girl, Peach looks like, what's his name? Umar. What's his name? Umar Johnson. Is that his name? That guy that's always blackety black power. And what's his name, y'all? Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar. This girl, for real, she is a hot mess. Right, Naomi. Anybody that gets more attention, like she wouldn't attack Kayleigh G if she didn't feel like she had something to gain from it. There's no way that Peach is going to speak somebody else's name on her platform and it won't benefit her. Peach won't even do that for people who pay her money. She won't even do that for Peach Patch members who follow her, who have bought several classes from her, and who have expressed unrelenting devotion to her. Peach doesn't follow anybody on her platforms, and she would not be so kind as to platform anyone and help them or promote them in any way. She would not do it. The reason why she's attacking Kayleigh G is because she's known and she feels like she's an easy target. And she says it.
And a bitch don't respond. She laughs and she act like you a motherfucking
Hey, Mama 3.
lie. This is serious. Serious business. I could break you. I'm trained. I broke many motherfuckers on this internet. I am trained and I would do it.
Girl, you haven't broke anybody. And you don't have the capacity to break anybody. Why would somebody feel like your word means anything, Peach? Miss get evicted every other 6 months. Miss spend a fortune gambling away her children's inheritance. What makes you better than Kayleigh G? I just want to know that. Chat, please tell me what makes Peach feel, or what could possibly make her feel that she's any better.
With a smile. But God. But God. But God. He said, Mm-mm. Not April. Not
Thank
April.
you, M3.
There's still hope for you, April. The world is watching you. Not just because of me, but because of God. I remember.
Oh, this is when she really pisses me off. Because Peach has disrespected God on so many different occasions. That's why most people don't like her. Number one, because of the way she disrespects God. And you know, black people, we don't play about God. Christians do not play about God. Even though some of us are real life heathens, such as myself, I don't play about God. I don't go for that disrespecting God stuff. And Peach has went too far with that. And the second reason why people really cannot stand her is the way she treats her mama. People don't like you for that. And you have been so disrespectful and so disgustingly disrespectful to your husband that people don't like you for the way you treat Wood. Even though Wood has been an abuser and a cheater, people don't like the way you treat your husband. You married him and you had umpteen kids by him. If you hate him so bad, if you hate your mother so bad, stop speaking about your mother. Divorce Wood and leave him alone if you hate him that much. But for you to talk about the people that are in your life and that are tolerating and putting up with you, like, have you ever said, like, Peach, sit in front of a mirror and record yourself and go back and look at how you look?
Running from God. I remember hating God. And he stalked me down. Now people like to say, that ain't
TNT, keep it real. TNT. Listen, she still hasn't learned her lesson. We all remember, Peach, how that eye feel. Ashley had that eye. She dotted that eye, and that eye still black. It's still black until this day. It's still black. You didn't break down Lakewood Ranch Preparatory, did you? They broke you down like a 12 gauge when they let you know what they thought of you and your pickaninnies. They let you know that your kind wasn't wanted at that school, that they didn't care how much money you you donated to that school. They did not care. They didn't care at all. They showed you what they thought of you.
true, I promise you. I was at Wawa doing something I had no business doing, throwing rocks at the chain gang. I'm from the streets. Oh, baby, I gets down. But
We all know you were a scammer. You used to scam people with that waste language crap you had going on. Oh, everybody in Tampa has said that about you. Everybody knows you were a scammer. So when you come on here acting like you have integrity, we know better.
somebody came to me and they said, Peaches, God sees you. Peaches, God hears you. Peaches, God knows that you are tired.
Exactly, Sage. It's all a script. She's been saying the same script over and over every 5 years. For the last 5 years. She writes it down in her little book and she goes over each script. She does it in cycles. Okay. It's February, Valentine's Day. We need to pick on Wood and how Wood didn't give us nothing for Valentine's Day. Okay. So it's the holidays, it's Easter. We need to talk about how our mom would get the family together and embarrass her during the holidays because she had all those kids. Okay. It's summertime. Now we need to pick on one of the bigger content creators who have as large a following as me. Okay. And we need to start attacking them and start an internet feud. Okay. What? It's October. Let me find a member of the Peach Patch to attack and really get everybody riled up and rage bait them so that everybody can hate me for the next couple of weeks and I can keep doubling down and making money off of people's, um, I'm not going to say stupid, but I'm going to say not so smart need to attack me and get back at me, not realizing that they're helping me to actually get engagement. And the more negative, the more matter I can make people, the better I will feel about myself. Right, Kelly, karma is going to get her. Absolutely. She did not donate any money to that school. She lied. She did donate some school supplies. She did. She went and got all these different school supplies and took them to the school because she wanted everybody to know that she's paid, okay? It didn't matter. They didn't care about that crap. Right, Mahogany. That side piece has got her, has got her livid, allegedly. Right, she's one of those baby kids, Naomi. Very dark, Lisa. Very dark. Right. I agree, Cancer 66. You know what? I want you guys to listen to this real quick about, and I'm going to do a video on this. Listen, as soon as I get, because I got a lot going on over here. I'm busy over here, really busy, super busy, busier than ever, okay? And I really don't have a lot of time like I did over the summer to sit and edit videos. So when I come on here and do these lives, I really want to do them and be able to show you guys the videos that I'm collecting and all this and that, right? And I really want to just do a video and like premiere it and let you guys comment on that. If I do it my way, I'll just be uploading videos and you guys won't really get the opportunity to do these lives like this, okay? But I feel like you guys like the lives better. However, I gotta get it to where I can get the graphics up on my screen and then me and you all can react and watch what I'm looking at. But the reason why I say that is because it leads me to a video that I'm gonna do and I'm gonna post it so you guys can see this woman's neck. Okay? It is very much like Peaches. It looks like she has a bowling ball in her neck, right? And here's what the doctor had to say to her. It's very much like Peaches, except she's a Caucasian woman, so you can see hers much better. And but listen to what the doctor said to her.
And I have thyroid nodules and a goiter.
I'm Zach, a physician. Let's talk about
Let me rewind that back.
I'm Zach, a physician.
Wait a minute.
I'm Zach, a physician.
I hate when it does that.
I'm Frog Throat Girl, and I have thyroid nodules.
She calls herself Frog Throat Girl. Don't start calling Peach Frog Throat because I know one of y'all gonna do it. Don't you start calling Peach Frog Throat. Now, before I continue on, I know doggone well I don't have 60 likes and 96 people in the Chizat. Are y'all kidding me? Y'all be for real. Be for real. That's kind of cold. Y'all cold as ice. Can I get some more likes up in this piece? For real. There is one. Can we at least get to 70 likes? Can we get 70% of you all to hit that like button? There's 63. Come on. I know you guys can do it for your girl. I know the big money getters are in the house too. I know some of you guys came in here and got to run in your mouth and you forgot to hit the like button. I know you did that because I do it all the time. Now we're at 65. Come on, y'all. 68. That's what's good. I know y'all got two more for me. What's good, everybody? How's everybody enjoying their Sunday? How's everybody enjoying this bootleg content with no visuals? Listen, the money getters, y'all are the dopest and the littest, okay? You guys come hang out with me. You guys you guys go up in the chat. I love it. I love it. But this girl has a big goiter. It's like, come on. And you know how Peach tries to act like nothing is wrong with her goiter, like it's perfectly okay for her to walk around like that. Check it out.
And a goiter.
I'm Zach, a physician. Let's talk about her thyroid and the associated health complications.
So, 2017, started having issues. Saw doctors, they didn't help. Either pregnant or breastfeeding since 2017.
She states she's seen multiple physicians for this, so I'm sure she's gotten a full thyroid panel to include TSH, T3, T4, etc. I'm sure she's probably gotten imaging on this, such as an ultrasound. And with an ultrasound comes a TIRAD score. It's essentially a scoring index telling you how likely your thyroid is to be benign or cancerous, or I don't know.
I'm trying to be toxin-free, crunchy, all the holistic stuff. That's why I went that direction in my life, because medical doctors didn't have any options other than let's just remove this thing because it looks bad.
So I don't think doctors said, let's just remove this because it doesn't look good. I think they said, let's remove this, likely because there's a chance of cancer. Going toxin-free will not reverse that damage, right? Because it's genetic.
You heard that? A chance of cancer. A chance of cancer. I recently had a biopsy done on my thyroid because I also have nodules. You can't see mine because they're small. Now, Auntie is almost 50 years old, so when you get older, it's very common that you may get some nodules on your thyroid. I had several, but a couple of them were larger. So I went to see the ENT, and, well, I contacted my doctor once they found out I had them. My doctor had me go for an ultrasound. That's how they found out that I had more than one. And then they scheduled me to see the ENT. The ENT said, well, I could just monitor them, but the radiologist said, do a biopsy. I had to go in for a biopsy where they take a needle very close to your carotid artery, so it's very nerve-wracking. Well, for me it was. He stuck a needle in them and took like 4 different samples from, because I had like 7 nodules, all at least once, all under 1 centimeter. Some of them were very small, but when they get a little larger, like 1 centimeter and above, then they want to do a biopsy. They couldn't find any conclusive results, so they want to continue to monitor them and do an ultrasound. And this is for small nodules, not even a goiter. Okay,
It's mutation damage, it's issues with the replication cycle, and that's what cancer is. However, in addition to cancer, there's other issues like airway compromise. Just check out all these comments.
Okay. So a lot of people commented, Jesus is sending you signs that holistic measures aren't working, and you need to put the trust in the people he created with medical knowledge to fix it. Someone else commented, healthy living does not equal ignoring life-threatening medical problems. And someone that's an anesthesiologist commented, this is airway constriction, get it removed. An alternative lifestyle is going to potentially 86 you. Also, cutting out cancer is part of treatment and getting the root cause out. So basically, a lot of people in this doctor were saying that, like, listen, you have something that large in your throat, it's going to eventually constrict your airway. And the way that cancer mutates, it may not be cancerous today, but when you have something that large on your thyroid, it mutates and it can become cancerous. And if she has something that big on her thyroid, then that's probably why she acts the way she does. I'm just saying.
Other healthcare providers in her comment section.
And so that was back then, whenever it was starting out to be small. But yeah, so
thank you, official
like,
queen
hey,
of the
let's
Bling
just remove
TV.
this.
Thank you.
And I'm just, since then I try to do more holistic things.
But that's obviously not working. So at what point do you start to trust the medical professionals again, the physicians? We're truly here to help you.
So that's why I am very passionate about healthy living, holistic living, and that's why I'm trying to help other people to not be in the condition that I am in, because I did not live a holistic life.
I 100% agree with eating a healthy diet, a holistic lifestyle, taking vitamins, exercising, sleeping well, all those things. They're so critical. And my rule of thumb with food is if you can find it outside or on the ground, hey, it's good to eat. I also believe in Western medicine and surgery, and God gave us the brains to make all this beautiful science and stuff, and we should probably do that too. Either way, I really do wish you the best. I hope everything goes okay, and I hope your thyroid condition gets better. And as a final note, there was a lot more to her video that I cut out and I trimmed. I kind of just kept like some.
So many people were commenting, look, I had a thyroid issue and it wasn't as big as yours, and I had it removed because of the potential for cancer. I know someone who had a goiter, not even as large as Peaches, and when they went to the doctor, I don't remember if it was, I don't know, it wasn't cancerous. It wasn't cancerous, but because of the concern of it becoming cancer, they removed that. They removed those thyroids, and then you had to take medicine for the rest of your life. Um, with my issue, my thyroid is functioning normally. Official Queen of the Bling TV, thank you so much for your thoughts and prayers. I was very concerned about it, like, oh my gosh, I don't need cancer right now. And God is good. I didn't have cancer. And I was like, shoot, I know sometimes, shoot, I be feeling a little anxious. Maybe that's why my thyroid, before he did the biopsy, I was like, maybe that's why my thyroid. And he was like, look, girlfriend, I don't know why you be tripping, but it's not your thyroid. You're good. So that was a breath of fresh air to hear that. But automatically, if he had told me, even with me being anxious about the whole process, I still would have allowed them to take my thyroid out. I would have just had to bite the bullet, put my faith and trust in God, and I would have had to do what needed to be done. There's no way that I was going to walk around here knowing that whatever that was in my thyroid could be cancerous. I was not going to wait for it to get bigger. If it looks like it's getting bigger, because I don't go back to get it checked out again until next year. But if it looks like it's growing or it's doing anything funny, or if I'm having any type of issues, I'm gonna have my tail back back in front of that endocrinologist. ENT. It's either ENT or endocrinologist. That's what it is. I'll be back down there. But yes, that's what I wanted to also do a video about, in case anybody else perhaps find out that you have nodules, or anyone who may be looking at Peach McIntyre and wondering if it's normal for her to walk around like that. And no is the answer. No. So if she'll lie about that, she'll lie about any damn thing. Okay? Now let's go back to her weird little video, and let's continue to react to that.
Why are you doing this? And I said, baby, I gotta pay my bills. I wasn't trying to hear shit. She had to say, I gotta pay my bills. I ain't had no more Section 8. I've been off Section 8 for 10 years. I got off Section 8 in 2015. 5 years prior to ever doing YouTube. Ain't nobody teach me nothing about financial literacy. I'm one of the first people in my family to get off Section 8, to get off government assistance. And I have
Hey, Jazzy.
more
Hey, Kelly.
kids than everybody. And I was shown the most hate. I am the most hated with the purest heart. So
What the what? Girl, somebody done told you wrong. Girl.
get it. I see all sides. I lived it. So that is the only reason I'm sparing you.
Thank you, God, Mama 3. Please double tap the
She said,
screen.
do you know people will walk up to you, Peaches, and pay your bills?
Not yo bills.
You don't gotta do this. And I did not believe her. Did not. Whatever. All I had was me. I lose, we lose. I lose, we lose.
Yes, Cancer 66, a pure heart.
I can't take no more losses, lady. If I take one more loss, I'm gonna break. I am gonna break. I'm gonna jump in the ocean and I can't motherfucking swim. I'm gonna break. And that is why I spare you. It's not that I can't do it, April. I can. I have been.
You have been putting this girl down for 5 days. Has it been 5 days? It's been a lot of days. You have been putting this girl down all week long. How have you been sparing her? Grandstanding, showing off your little videos to Disney. Girl, bye.
Blessed with a gift. Gifts, many. And one of them has to be words. I have the gift of speaking. When I speak, the world feels them. And it's been like that since I was a child.
Stop lying. The delusions of grandeur are real. Like, so real.
They hated me for speaking the truth. Girl, I done called CPS on my family too. On my mama too. On my grandma. On my brother.
And that's why CPS shows up at your house every other week. You reap what you sow, Peach. Ooh. Y'all, what the hell did I do with the damn video? When I tell y'all she gonna get on my nerves today, this TikTok shit is gonna get on my nerves too. Oop, I said a cuss word. Oops. Okay. All right. Let me go back. Okay. Let me see. How y'all doing in the chat? I know I feel bad for them too, Cancer 66, but don't feel too bad for them. It's not like she sees them all that much. She's been in the closet for days instead of being a mom. Like I said, Melanie Renee, she does her content from home. She does it from home, and she's not on live all day long. She does a few little pieces of content, posts her few little pictures, posts her few little posts. It don't take all of that to make money on social media. It don't take you being in your closet for hours and hours and hours and hours. It don't take all that. It doesn't take all that. So if I'm a content creator and I'm following Peach and I'm taking her advice, then I'm never going to leave social media. What's the point of that? You might as well go get you a job if you got to stay on social media all day long like that.
That's why I spare you. It's not that I can't do it, April. I can. I have been blessed with a gift. Gifts, many. And one of them has to be words. I have the gift of speaking. When I speak, the world feels them. And it's been like that since I was a child. They hated me for speaking the truth. Girl, I done called CPS on my family too. On my mama too. On my grandma. On my brother. I've always stood up for what is wrong. I called CPS on my brother.
You stand up for what is wrong.
My brother's son is what
You stand up for what is wrong, but you haven't one time told Wood to go over there and see about his children. The real Gregory Underwood Jr., the child that was born before her Gregory, Peach has never once told her husband, go over there and see about your son. Her son is about a year or two older. I mean, his other son is about 2 years older than Peach's son. And I'm sure at this time of his life, he could use his father at 20 years old. But have you ever heard Peach tell her husband, hey, why don't you go over there and see about your son? Why don't you go over there and see about your daughter and your grandchild? You have never heard her say that.
Oh, EJ, like 10 or 9, EJ has seen a lot. EJ mama be in and out of jail. In and out of jail, neglecting him.
What about Wood's son?
EJ aunties wouldn't open the door for EJ when he come home from school. Your son done seen people get killed, Elwood. Y'all won't get him. You don't want to be a full-time.
Your kids have seen you get the beats break. The beats. Your kids have seen you get. They have seen wood go upside your head many times. What's the difference?
Dad, won't nobody get the little boy. This little boy getting out of school and got nowhere to go.
What about Choice? When is Choice going to receive the services that he needs as someone on the spectrum? What about Choice, Peach?
Mama won't get him. His grandma and them on his mama's side don't want him. You won't get him consistently and be a father.
What about the twins, Peach? The twins can't even crawl. They're about to be 1 year old. They should be walking by now. All my children walked at 10 months.
Yes, I called CPS on you. I did, and you knew that. And I told you, get your son. You never took the DNA test with that little boy. You don't have your name on his birth certificate, so technically you're not even his daddy. Get your son Elwood.
What? Technically, he's not his daddy. Did Wood sign all of your birth certificates? Show us that, Peach. Because Wood was in jail when you had Choice. So he couldn't have signed that birth certificate.
This opportunity to establish paternity for your son, get child care so after school he can at least go to the after school program until you or my mama could get him. Get your child. Your child has seen more stuff than my kids. My kids, y'all can say, yes, I went to a homeless shelter about a nigga. Yes, I done went crazy and lost my mind about a nigga. But I have never abandoned my children. Your son done seen more stuff than my kids. I can't take him in my house.
What about when you were sitting at the casino for days on end and you left your kids home with your elderly auntie? What about that, Peach? You think we forgot? You come on here and you say so much, you forget what you say, but you forgot you were sitting at the Hard Rock, stewing in your juices, losing all of your money, okay? Running behind Wood, leaving your kids for days on end, to the point your mother told her sister, hey, look, why are you watching those kids like that? And you got mad. You got mad. Because you wanted a built-in babysitter for 5 children, one who is on the spectrum at the time. 5 young children. Those children were young back then because that was like, what, 21, 22? That would have made Gorgeous like 5. That would have made Amazing about 3. And Wonderful like 1. When you had your auntie being the nanny. Plus Choice, he would have been what? 9? And a low functioning person who is autistic? Girl, bye. What do you mean you didn't abandon your children? That is abandonment. What is child abandonment if you're not leaving the home for hours at a time gambling? You do it now. Your kids are right there in that house and you're not paying attention to them. You've been in the closet all day long talking about Kayleigh G. What do you take us for? Some idiots?
And he done experienced so much. Remember, Drill don't want your son around her son. Remember that? Drill say your son is a pervert and can't be around her son. Remember that? Why would
So why would you come on here talking about children, saying that about a child? You care about your nephew, and yet you called him a pervert in front of the world.
I let him come live in my house and take I can't handle that. I can't. I'm already going through too much emotionally, but you got one child that you don't really know if yours or not. You won't take a DNA test and you won't voluntarily sign a birth certificate. This little boy's just lost in the world and I feel bad for him.
Half of a brain. And let's get back to how she came on here and said her children can't read. But she's talking about April's children and what they're missing out on and the love that they need. Girl, while you were at the casino, or the casino, as you called it, okay, your children were going uneducated because, as delusional as you are, you pulled your children out of school to homeschool them, except you weren't actually homeschooling those children. You were at the casino, okay, playing the penny slots at the casino, okay? How the hell you lose 80K playing penny slots? That's crazy.
But yes, I did call CPS on you and your baby mama. And no, I don't give a fuck. You been who I called. I told you I called. I called CPS.
She got Mrs. Brown. She got really mad when Kayleigh G told her, "You know, I'm gonna go back to that video. Let me finish playing this one."
CPS on myself if I need help. When people call CPS on me, I don't get mad. I call Child Protective Services on my grandma. CPS on my grandma.
You heard that? She'll call CPS on herself. When people call CPS on her, she do not get mad. So do with that whatever you will.
On them and reported elderly abuse. I play them kind of games. I'm not.
Oh yeah, Jazzy J, go to her old Gamble with Peach play. Peach page. She liked to play penny slots. She used to be playing raisin bacon or raking bacon or whatever.
Mad. Y'all can call CPS on me 100 times. Bitch, I'm gonna let them in the door every time. I'm never mad about this. Because I'm gonna do it to you. If I feel like a child is being neglected and abused, I'm gonna do it to you. That little boy is the lost little soul. He's the sweetest little boy, but he has a lot of trauma already, and I can't bring that into my house. It's my job to protect my children as a parent, but it's also your job as a parent, Edward, to protect your son, and you're not. You're failing him. His mama failing him. Hell, we could say I'm failing him.
Tasha, her twins, for instance, were already in the NICU for the first 2 months of their lives. So they already didn't have the opportunity to bond with her the way that they should have. Because remember, she couldn't even hold them at first because of how dire their health was. And then they hadn't been home a month. Remember, they just came home and she immediately put them in daycare. They hadn't even been home a month. They weren't even at the birth weight that they should have been at. They were preemies. How the hell you take preemies to the damn daycare and and have the audacity to get on the internet and talk about somebody else? And at that time, she was selling goo gobs of classes. The Peach Patch was afraid that her and those babies would be on the streets, so they were sending her money left and right. She could have sold them air and they would have bought it because they didn't want their leader to have egg on her face and end up in a hotel or a shelter with all those babies. So they felt sorry for her. That's why she can't sell classes now, because she's not getting evicted. She'll probably get evicted on purpose so she can sell classes again.
But I got my own 7 kids. You remember? You watch my kids for money. You want me to get your kid for free?
This is an old video, but she reposted it.
No person.
fucked up person. I got the sense ass whooping beat. I'm gonna beat that nigga in Georgia about your pussy ass. I'm gonna beat them two hoes about my motherfucking woman. I'm gonna beat you in motherfucking wood, ho. I promise you that, ho. God loves correcting his children. And then when it was...
Oh, this is the part I really love, y'all. This is when Peach X, a.k.a. Dr. Umar, a.k.a. Dr. Peach, a.k.a. Reverend Peach, really gets off.
For God to correct me, he did it so gently. She said, here, and gave me the exact amount of money that I needed for my bills. She said, just pray for me. And remember that God gives you free will, Peaches. And April, I want to give you that message. You have a choice in this mess of a life that you are creating. I'm evil by choice. I've been hurt by the people who are supposed to love and protect me. I know how it feels. My daddy was dying of cancer, and that bitch still drove past me and my kids and let me know that he drove past me and my kids without stopping. This man that I called my husband had did the same thing when I only had one child. This man that I called my daddy gonna do me in like that when I got 5? I get it. I swear to God.
Peach, you didn't even know that man like that, so that wasn't no reason for you to hate him, and he was dying and leaving this earth. He had but so much time. No, he didn't want to stop and talk to you and all them damn kids. Okay? He didn't want to waste time talking to you. That's not no reason to hate no old man dying of cancer. Like if you could hate somebody dying of cancer, you know how low life you have to be to hate somebody that is for sure dying and you know they're about to leave this earth. Like he was going to some woman's house to go get comfort. He didn't have time to be, wasting with you and those children. And you could still look at Wood in the face, and you said when you had one of his kids, he drove past you. But I heard he didn't just drive past you. One of the Tampa girls, was on my page a couple of weeks ago and said he didn't just drive past her and McKay. He was actually in the car with his woman. So maybe her daddy triggered her because that reminded her of when she was Wood's side chick, allegedly, according to this Tampa girlie that was in my chat a couple of weeks ago. You guys remember her? She said that Peach was actually Wood's side chick. Peach wants to make us believe that they were boyfriend and girlfriend and he just had a child when she met him. Oh no, he was with Gregory's mama. He and Gregory's mama was together in a relationship, and he was screwing Peach on the side. So he was riding past her with his woman riding shotgun, and he rolled past her. What you thought he was going to do, stop and let you and Gregory McKay in? You such a goofy.
I get it, and that is the only reason I am sparing you. And it's hard to spare you. It's hard, because even though I don't give a fuck about nobody kids but mine, I see me.
Okay, so why are you doing all this? You just said you don't give a F about nobody's kids but yours. So why are you doing all of this? And why in the world would anybody listen to you do this and tell you, Peach, you're right, Peach, you're right. She just says she cares about nobody but her own kids, and she don't really care about them. Right, Jacqueline, she is very negative with a cold soul. Right, Lisa, she took those twins. She had those twins inhaling all of that toxic fumes and all of that bacteria to the point one of the twins started having seizures. And what did she do? filmed it for content. That's how much she loved her infant preemie son, fresh out the NICU. She loved him so much. She went and exposed him to all those diseases and bacteria that who knows whatever people were carrying at Disneyland. She had them in a lazy river. They could have drowned with all those different bodies. I could have never did that to my newborns. Even if they were full term in the best of health and they were normal weight, I would have never did that to my babies. I don't want anyone touching my babies, let alone getting near them. When I had my babies, the doctors would always say, look, you could take your babies for walks and things like that, but keep them out of the hospital, keep them out of the doctors. It's a lot of germs, and we don't want, the baby's immune systems to get compromised as they're learning and, adjusting to the outside world. Don't have them around everybody. And those last kids, they were born in the winter. We live in a new era. We live in a COVID era. They were born during cold and flu season, and she still had them at Disneyland. There ain't no way in the world she can justify that at all. I don't know what happened, but she has a very, very dark soul and a dark spirit. A person that says they don't love anyone but their family that's in their home. I doubt if she even loves them. I agree, resource. I do agree. I do agree. She sure did name her child after Wood's firstborn. Now you know she crazy. Because what woman in her right mind is going to name her son after his father and he already has a child that's named after him? That lets you know right there that she is weird. A straight up and down weirdo. Because, first of all, however the child came to be, if it was before mine or if you cheated on me, if another woman named her child after you, why would I do that? That's weird. And to try to rationalize it, just weird.
Your motherfucking kids. And a few people saw me and gave a fuck because my mama didn't. So, if I was you, April.
Peach, everybody says you're lying, including the woman from Tampa that was just in my chat like a week or so ago. She says that Peach is lying, that her mother was a hustler, and her mother and her father, they were, street runners, but said that her mother took care of her. Everybody has said that her mama took care of her. So is everybody else lying, but you're telling the truth, Peach? Come on now.
I was you, April, I would take heed. If not, there will be a heavy.
Dwayne, bye. This is serious business over here. You're over here talking about stop hating, and this is what is exactly what's wrong with Peach McIntyre. It's people like you that come over here and defend this type of behavior. Peach has been bullying someone for an entire week, someone who has, in my mind, a diminished capacity, someone who has suffered from childhood trauma for years, someone who doesn't, in my mind, seem to have it all together. But I don't see you over there defending her. I don't see you going to Peach McIntyre's page telling her to stop picking on that girl and to stop bullying her. But no, you want to come over here on my page thinking you're going to have an effect on what I'm saying. I don't know why you think that. I don't know why you would think that at all. Because I can say what I want to. Just like she can bully, I can come over here and speak out against her bullying. And that's what I'm going to do. Every time she comes out and bullies someone, every time she comes out and spreads hate, I'm going to do the opposite over here. And I'm going to give a voice to those who Peach takes the opportunity to put down, to diminish, to undermine, to disrespect. I'm going to come over here and do the opposite. I'm going to uplift them, and I'm going to show how she's a hypocrite. Right. Absolutely, Arisha. Absolutely. He's just coming over here trying to be anti. Because why would anyone defend someone who has been doing what she's doing? And hate what? What am I hating on? What am I hating on? My kids are clean. My house is clean. I'm clean. I don't go outside with my hair sticking up all over my head. My kids can read. All my children can read. We're blessed over here. Content money or no content money, honey. I gets a bag over here. I'm not called the mommy money getter for no reason. I have a bag and I'm going to stay with the bag. You know why? Because I don't mind doing what I need to do. And that's not hurting anybody. I'm not going to hurt anybody. If anything, I'm going to help others. If God blesses me, I'm not going to say, oh, I got 5 kids. I got grandkids. I'm not helping nobody, no. Because I know when God blesses me, he blesses me so that I can help somebody else. And I'm going to do that every time. And God's going to give me the strength and the ability to get up and do what I need to do. And even though Peach is a wretch undone, I'm not going to come over here and promote anybody bullying her. I'm not going to insult her. I'm just going to comment on what she's doing. And I'm going to use her own words and her own actions against her. I don't have to call her names. I don't have to put her down, but I am going to show everybody how she's a hypocrite. Because she is. Right, Lisa. April is her new storyline. It was felt for 2 weeks and now it is April. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think she's bipolar at all, Mrs. Brown. That I think that she sees that she can get attention for her behavior, and I think she sees that she can make money from her behavior. So she does it. If she could be a Melanie Renee, if she had the wherewithal to do that, she would do it. She actually tried to come out like that. She tried. She tried a couple of times when Peach, have you guys saw Peach McIntyre's first videos? Let me see if I can get that. So you guys can see what Peach really came to YouTube like. What was her name? Peach, is it Peach McIntyre? Let me see if I can get that on here. What's the name of it? Do you guys know the name of her old page? Yeah, she probably has been up all night, Naomi. I wouldn't put it past her. Guys, please hit the like button. And also, guys, 12 more likes. We need 10 more likes to hit 100. Money getters, those of you who are members, you will be invited to the pajama party that I'm having pretty soon. Those of you who have not yet bought your memberships, they're only $2.99. Go ahead and hit that button for that. Let me see if I can find. What was her name? I used to could get on that page. But she had an old page. Years ago. I probably can't find it. Kiki, probably so, because you know why? I don't. Thanks for the the emojis, Mama 3. You also get cool emojis too, guys. You don't get when you join the memberships, you get access to different perks such as the big money getter emojis. You get access to exclusive content like the pajama party. Pajama party. Now, I've been looking at the different things that I can do with the pajama party, and I was like, can I do a giveaway? Can I have a contest during the pajama party? When we have our pajama party, we come in cute PJs. We do it panel style, so if you want to come up, you can do the panel. We also do trivia games, and people win cool prizes. And by cool prizes, I mean money. So you definitely want to join the money getter so that you can be a part of that. I'm trying to look for that old page so you guys can hear uh, how Peach McIntyre sounded when she first came on here. Um, Let me see if I can find that. It's an old video. Gregory's Choice. Okay, let me look it up. 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 Let's see. I know that was her old Facebook page, but she also had maybe she took it off, but I doubt that she took it off. Anybody know the name of that page? It was called I know that her let me see. I don't see that page. I can't find it. I'm looking for it, guys, because I want you guys to be able to hear how Peach sounded when she first came onto social media, and she wanted to sound like she was so proper and so like she was so Caucasian, if I must say so myself. But I cannot find that page. I don't know why. I'm going to go to my other channel because she's so much in my algorithm that it's going to be hard to find her on this page. So let me go to a page that I do not use, and hopefully I can find her on here. Let me see. That's crazy. Yeah, I can't find it. Yeah, she got mad. One thing about her, Kelly, she is very vindictive. Just like she can't believe that Kayleigh, well, she knew Kayleigh would say something back. She was banking on that. And she tried to use Wood, and for one, didn't even know how a C sounds. He couldn't even pronounce a C phonetically. He doesn't know the alphabet. But you want us to think that Wood and his feeble little mind, and I'm not just saying that his mind is feeble to be facetious or to put him down. That's what Peach has said. She said that her husband was slow because she also made the comment that she thought Choice was autistic because his daddy is slow. Peach said that. I didn't say that. I would never call Wood slow, but Peach called him slow. And right, Crystal, they all need hooked on phonics. So you expect us to believe that Wood could put together something as, even though for us it would be very obvious to conceptualize how not hugging your children could result in a traumatic experience for them. We are smart enough. The money getters, we can think about broad concepts such as that. We can think on a smaller scale. We can think on a larger scale. But she wants us to think that can't get right, who never speaks more than two mumbling words under his breath. You want us to think that he came to you with this Kayleigh G video. Why in the hell was Kayleigh G on Wood's algorithm, first of all? Why in the hell would Kayleigh G be on Wood's algorithm? And Wood doesn't even do content and that you tell it. So you want us to believe that he was on TikTok, just scrolling through TikTok one day, and then he said, "Oh, here's a video of Kayleigh G. Let me stop and watch what she's talking about." Why was he stopping and listening to Kayleigh G? Like I have all sorts of questions, and people don't ask themselves these questions because they don't really get down to the rooty tooty of what you be talking about. Miss Smarty Pants, I heard somebody else say that same thing. I'm not going to repeat what you said because I don't want to be held accountable for liable, but somebody else said that as well. But I don't know. All those children that her daddy had, Pete the Meat, she said he had like 24 children. You never know. You never know who is related to who. You never know. You just never know. Thank you guys for the 100 likes. Money getters. It's a lot of you in the chat. Go ahead and put some money bags in the chat. We got 100 likes. Get money. What you say, huh? Get money. What you say, huh? Get money. Let me see those money bags. I'm going to continue to look for that video because... And watch I find it when you guys are no longer on here. That's going to piss me off. If you guys can find it, send it to my email so I can play it. If you guys find the Gregory Choices YouTube, send it to my email in my profile, and I'll play it. But yes. So she gets on TikTok first thing this morning, Peach Mcintyre, and she starts in on Kayleigh right away, or April. Her name is April.
Y'all keep saying hug my kids. I never said I don't hug them. That the people saying so you never hug your kids. Let's say somebody walked up on me right now, even my kids, if they hug me, I'll let them, but I'm not gonna hug you back. It feel like I'm being... I just hugged one yesterday.
Now, April, first and foremost, I want to sincerely apologize for the delayed response. I know that you have been waiting for me, along with millions of
Maybe
others.
Cancer 66.
However,
maybe.
I'm a mom of 9 kids who wanted her 9 kids. So I am very intentional. I even practice something called creative procrastination. So today is Saturday, October 18th, 2025, I believe. Oh, it is. And my Saturdays are reserved for my children. Not too long ago, I too was a neglectful mother. Not neglectful in a sense of affection. See, that came naturally.
If she had to be a single mother, she would abandon those children on Tracy's doorstep. If she had to be a single mom, Tracy would have to quit her job because she would be over there with those kids every day.
Did you see what Peach posted? No, I haven't seen nothing nobody posted. I mean, I mean, living my life like it's golden.
She was really upset when Kayleigh said she didn't want those kids.
Not you. Not a single married mom.
Now, April, if you were wise, you would listen. You would listen. You would listen to me.
Hey, Reba.
Peaches Mcintyre. However,
She thinks she sounds smart when she talks like that. When she speaks calmly, she's trying to show that she's the opposite of Kayleigh. Like, she's measured, she's calm, she's more intelligent, she's in possession of her faculties, as if she has emotional intelligence, when we all know she doesn't.
April, because you are a fool, a fool, a fool, you refuse.
Well, look at the pot calling the kettle black. Right, Naomi, I could never, like, all my babies, when they were small like that, they stayed on my lap. I remember when I had my last child, her grandmother and her grandmother's best friend came over to my house in front of me and my husband and asked me what would I do with a lap baby. I didn't know her like that, so I really didn't care what she was talking about, because my grandmother said the same thing when I had my third child. Like, what are you doing holding that baby like that? You are like that's the first baby you had. And my mother had to tell her, she's like that with all of her babies. I never subscribed to the belief that children could be spoiled, or that, oh, you got to let a baby cry. I never believed that. And please, if you're still having children, or if you are around a small baby, please, let's do away with those old wives' tales and the things that our grandmas and their mamas told them. You can't spoil a child. As a matter of fact, the more you hold a child, the more secure a child is, and the more that child is going to want to get away from you. My last child couldn't stand me holding her. She would crawl off of me. She would beg to get down and crawl away and try to crawl into her big sister's room all the time. Then I would go in there and she'd be pulled up on the bed at 6 months old trying to play with them, and I'd have to go in there with her to play, because she wasn't trying to stay in the room with me or do whatever it was I was doing. She wanted to get away from me. She was secure. A secure baby does not cry, but Peach would not know that. When is the last time she has been around her infants? They are still infants. They're not even toddlers. They don't walk or crawl. Notice we don't see any content with them babies.
To listen, although
Most content creators, if they had children that small, those children would live on social media. One thing about social media loves puppies and babies. Why would you not take the opportunity to show your children growing and thriving, doing little get ready with me, with Phenomenal and the twins? That's your opportunity right there. That's your money maker. What, you don't think that your children are cute enough for social media? What, is it that Phenomenal can't talk still? Shouldn't you have them at First Steps? Hell, even take them to First Steps and let us see them getting those getting that initial therapy that they need. What do they call it? Intervention, right? Early intervention. Let us see that. We would like to see that much more than we would like to see you cuss some people out. If we will watch you, because I'm not going to watch you no matter what you put out. At this point, I'm not watching you unless I'm making money off of you. Real talk.
you,
Because I'm going to make some money off of you.
April, acknowledges that it is indeed good advice. And you are absolutely correct.
Hair not even combed. Didn't even go wash her face, brush her teeth. Didn't even go put on clothes, nothing. Just came right to the internet, BDBs all over her head, to come and put somebody else in check and tell somebody else how they should be a better mom.
Have been a single mom and a single, married mom. So that means I understand. There once was a time in my life where my husband was an alcoholic.
Still is, according to Tampa people. People in Tampa say he still is.
He would rather get drunk, look rich, post money, fuck bitches, go to the casino, and not show up for me,
Right,
his
Kelly?
wife, who loves him, truly loves him, flaws and all, but wanting him to be better for her and their kids. But he refused. He let his ego.
Until you got that content back. Peach, you're not fooling anybody. Wood is a big old loser just like you, in my opinion. And if you didn't make thousands of dollars, Wood wouldn't pay you no mind, just like he doesn't pay his other children any mind or his other baby mamas. He wouldn't be paying you, girl, bye. He wouldn't be paying you no attention. He might come over there and get you pregnant, but that would be about it, just like he did before. Did you forget you told us how Wood sent you to the hospital while you were pregnant with his only daughter, Gorgeous, with the black eye? I didn't forget that. So stop trying to act like Wood is husband of the year, because we know he's not. We know that the only reason why Wood is over there helping, and that's still commendable, but because he could just come in, you know, drop it in your drawers and get a couple of dollars and be on his way. But he does come over there and help with his kids. I don't know how he feels about the kids, because he's always asleep and they're always just kind of hanging out on the bed. I don't really see him doing anything too much, right? He's not going above and beyond. He's not, I can't say that somebody who has the means to take care of his children and the means to provide for his children and himself, and he won't do it. I can't say how much he cares about them, because Wood could easily make money from social media just like you do. He doesn't even have to do the same type of content that you do. When you start talking mess about him, Wood could turn on the camera and tell his side of the story. When you put him out, he could tell his side of the story and probably blow you out the water. Why won't Wood do that? What do you have hanging over Wood's head? What is really keeping Wood from just leaving you and starting his own page and just really making his own money? Because he could do it if he ever really got tired of you. But I don't know, maybe it's the same reason why he won't go into that barbershop that you made for him and cut his kids' hair. Some men are that sorry. So don't talk about how Wood used to be an alcoholic. Girl, bye.
His ego blow up. He started to think that his chain, the chain that I bought him with my hard-earned money, because when I do this social media shit, it's for a check.
Girl, he was wearing that chain in front of his new girls. He was getting dressed, putting on that chain and them shoes and getting in that truck. Girl, bye. He still do that, chain or not.
It's for a check. It's for a check to take care of my husband and my 9 kids. I don't do this for money. I don't do this for money, baby. I have a purpose, a gorgeous purpose.
You just said you did it for a check, goofball.
For doing this. I do this so that I can make money. However, I know that money.
Girl, which one is it? I don't do this for money. I do this to make money. Girl, go get some sleep, Peaches. Peach, go get some sleep, girl.
It's not free. Money is earned. So I earn my money by ensuring that my videos do what? Peach Patch. Comment.
And Lisa, you've been hitting the nail on the head all day. Lisa, you know what? Lisa, for real, for real. You know what? Since y'all won't give out the memberships, let me kick it off. I'm gonna give out some memberships if I can. I don't even know how to do this shit. Um, and I'm only doing it because Lisa has been really, really, really giving up the goods in the chat. For real, for real. Lisa, where your comment, girl? Go, girl. Um, Peach came on here, and y'all follow up. My subscribers are really low. I'm gonna be begging this whole time for subscribers, for likes, super chats, and memberships. Um, I was gonna say, damn it. She got on here talking about would how women buy don't buy their kids shoes, but buy their baby daddy's kids shoes, or how women come on here and cook for their husband, but you bought Wood a truck and you did not buy. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna be I'm gonna do some big money getter stuff, and that's only because I got it like that. When you're a money getter, you have it like that, and you show up and you show out. First key to being a money getter, okay? So I'm gonna give out 10 memberships right now. Ooh, I hope my card go through. You know I'm over here flossing. Just playing, y'all. Just playing. Ooh, let me turn on my card first of all. Let me do that before I be busted in my eye. Let me see. Okay, my card is locked. Let's unlock it. All right. And let's give out 10 memberships. Oh, somebody gave me a super chat. Let me see if that Cancer 66. You know what? Get money. What you say, huh? Get money. Okay. So, we gave out 10 membership. Naomi Vasquez, you are a big money getter. Miss Michi, you was hiding out in the chat. Melissa Sweetie, Stephanie, Bish Stole My Look, Dante, and Antonice. Um, Sheila Wright, Rich Jr. Why y'all all hiding out in the chat? You know what? Marie Gary, I thought you already had Richie. Richie, you coming through for the pajama party? I already know. Um, why y'all all hold I'm always surprised. That's why I give out these memberships too, because I want to see who hiding in the bushes. Y'all ain't no good. Y'all so funny. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. Um, but yeah, let me give out some money bags, because since I'm a big money spender myself, and I'm gonna give out some money bags again for Cancer 66 for putting up the first super chat. Thank you, Cancer 66. Thank you so much. Naomi, that's what's good. Miss Michi, that's what's good. But yeah, back to Miss McIntyre. Let's go back over there. While she's delusional, talking about how good of a husband Wood has been since he stopped drinking. Peach, we don't believe that, first of all. We don't believe, even if he has stopped drinking, nobody believes that. His lips are all black from cigarette and nicotine smoke and from weed smoke. We don't believe you at all. You need way more people. We need to see a test taken at a real office, not the one where you took it at home, because people said, you even said you knew how to pass a drug test. You knew what to do to make a dirty test clean. You said that out your own mouth. So we don't know what kind of trickeration and configuration you and Will was over there doing. Let's be real. Oh, here she is. She's talking again.
Fuck out of her face. She not helping me with my fucking homework because I am the R word. Anyways, and I started to cry. God sent someone in my life to bridge the gap, aka advocate for me. And that person was my great grandma Merle. And my great grandma Merle said, "Come in, Peaches, what's wrong?" And I said, "My mama said she won't help me with my homework. My mama said that I'm the R word." And my great grandma said, "Come here, Peaches. I'll help you with your homework." Now, I could barely read. I didn't even finish middle school. I had to get married and go work in the orange groves with my family. But I'll try to help you as best as I can. And she did something.
Oh no, here come the tears. Here come the tears.
Life. She made me know that there was somebody that cares, even though my mama didn't, even though my daddy didn't. There was somebody. She was that somebody that did. And even though I was in elementary school, perhaps it's the autism, I was a genius. I started to go to school with a purpose.
How was you a genius, but you couldn't do your homework on your own? How is it that you were autistic, okay, and you didn't have any ability to do your homework on your own? Autistic kids are usually very smart, especially when they're high functioning, which, if she is autistic, people just use words and just throw things around. You don't STEM, Peach. You don't need things the same way every day. You're not organized. You do not have any of the 5 major signs to be autistic. Why would you go around saying that? You just want attention.
The purpose was for me to learn
Listen,
as much as I can.
she wasn't too autistic to hop on that and get all them babies now, was she? Stop playing.
As fast as I possibly could to go home and teach my great grandma Merle because she wanted to help me. That's purpose.
Oh, she crying. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, the tears fall.
When I went to middle school, my 8th grade English teacher did something. Oh my God. She did something.
Academy Award winning performer. Now this might would get to me, MMG is a little, I'm a little hardcore, I'm a little thuggish, but that might would have pulled at my heartstrings if I didn't know better. If this wasn't the same Peach Mcintyre who told a mother that she didn't give a F about her son dying, I might feel some type of way. I might feel a little bit of empathy for her. But Peach says she doesn't have empathy for anybody. She doesn't care about anybody's children, right? Let's stay focused.
So powerful that it changed the trajectory of my life. Because although I had proven that I was smart, although I had the awards, my mama never came. She never came. Although I told stories like the one I'm telling now, my mama never showed up. She didn't even know that I had the gift. She didn't care because of her own trauma. Although, just like you, April, she knew.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that this woman who cares so much about how her kids looked, according to Peaches, she cared how things looked. I don't believe that she wouldn't have showed up at the school if Peaches was getting awards. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Knew. She knew better. She didn't come. So I was walking around thinking, I can't wait to grow up to get out of this shit. I cannot wait to grow up to get out of this shit. I am going to be the largest.
You are crying because your mom didn't show up for you And yet you did the same thing, even after being away from Tampa, even after being away from your old life. You still failed your own kids. You still bought Disney tickets instead of making sure your children had somewhere to stay. And you had just faced an eviction 6 months before. Even though you had a child who just died, according to you, twice before he could even get home from the hospital, he died twice. You still was irresponsible and had twins right after that. Even though before that child died twice, you had a child born with some of his brain missing, and you still was irresponsible and had more children. So how could you love the kids you already had when you already know that they were autistic, missing part of their brain, already died twice in the hospital, and you still brought two more children home? Peach, miss me with all of that bull. And you did this knowing you had children who could not read, who were already falling behind. You knew this before you got pregnant with the twins. You already knew your children were severely behind the other students. You already knew this, but you want to get on here and cry about your mother not showing up to your school for um, what you get, citizenship awards or something like that, or perfect attendance awards. You're mad because your mother didn't show up for that, but you didn't show up for your kids either. And according to you, you had children because you wanted to do it better.
Oh boy, baby mama. That was the only aspiration I had. But the boys didn't like me like that because I was fat. So I said,
Is that why you, that's what it is? Let me back this train up. That's what it is. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna be the
Uh-oh.
largest dope boy. She didn't care because of her own trauma. Although, just like you, April, she knew. She knew. She knew better. She didn't come. So, I was walking around thinking, I can't wait to grow up to get out of this shit. I cannot wait to grow up to get out of this shit. I am going to be the largest dope boy baby mama. That was the only aspiration I had.
So
But
what
the boys
happened,
didn't
Peach?
like me like that because I was fat.
Oh, that's what it
So
was.
I
Did you
said,
guys, wait. Hold up. Did you hear that? We found out the real. We found out the real. Listen up.
at the awards. My mama never came. She never came. Although I told stories like the one I'm telling now. My mama never showed up. She
Right,
didn't even
Crystal.
know
Dope
that
boys,
I had
dope
gifts.
dealers, drug dealers.
She didn't care because of her own trauma. Although, just
This is a
like you,
different
April,
video,
she
Crystal.
knew.
Keep up, Crystal.
She knew. She knew better. She didn't come. So, I was walking around thinking, I can't wait to grow up to get out of this shit. I cannot wait to grow up to get out of this shit. I am going to be the largest dope boy baby mama.
But I thought you were smart. Why would you think that you was gonna be the largest dope boy's baby mama? And you were smart, genius level, according to you. You were very smart, and you received a scholarship, a full ride scholarship to, why wouldn't you take this full ride scholarship and really be done with it? You wouldn't have to be around your family. You wouldn't have to be around the upbringing that you had. You could have escaped, went to college, lived on campus, but instead, somebody as smart as you thought it was a better idea to be a dope boy's baby mama. But y'all, listen to this. This is why her dream of being the largest dope boy's baby mama didn't come to light.
That was the only aspiration I had. But the boys didn't like me like that because I was fat. So I said,
The boys didn't like her like that because she was fat. And ever since then, she's been full of hate. She's been mad because she couldn't get the dope boys because she was too fat. Cry me a river, Peach.
I'm gonna be the largest dope boy. And I studied them, April. But my 8th grade teacher, once again, bridged the motherfucking gap, aka advocated for me, and poured something so different into me that I became different. She said, you know what? Peaches, how many books do you own? I said, none. None. And that was the absolute truth. I had the shoes, the jewelry, the hairdos, the nice clothes, the Jordans that I despise. Give me the Reeboks. Give me the rest of the money. Let me say.
Wait a minute. This woman who called you stupid, dumb, and retarded bought you the shoes, bought you the Jordans, bought you. I mean, Jordans are expensive. And back then, when you would have been in high school about 20 years ago, people weren't really buying Jordans for their kids like that. So your mom worked really hard to keep you and your siblings in the latest. And then Jordans at that. But you say this same woman did not like you and despised you. Okay, Peach.
Let me buy books. My mama.
You an ungrateful ass. If my kids would have came in here and told me if I bought them a pair of Jordans, oh, buy me a book. Which, by the way, since my kids were babies, I started buying them books. I used to always read to my children. That's why they're all very well spoken and very well read. All of my children, because I've always read to them since they were babies. But I also bought my kids Jordans. But if I would have bought my kids some tennis shoes and they would have started complaining about anything that I bought them, that I worked hard to get them, I probably would have threw a shoe at them or something. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't have done that.
On the other hand, she liked outer image. I gotta look like I'm loved. I don't gotta be loved. I just gotta look loved. And why do y'all think I look like nobody loves me?
Who cares what the point was, Jamila?
Intentional.
I'm gonna tell you that for real. Who cares what her love language was? Nothing. I know Peach's type. My big sister could be listening right now. My big sister wanted my mom used to work at the post office, and my mom worked hard at the post office. My sister was about 11 or 12, and she wanted some type of corduroy Levi's or something in the 80s that everybody was wearing. But whatever it was, my mom went and got her everything that she asked for. And then my mom also bought her like this robot. My mom's thinking, okay, I'm getting my daughter what she wants. My sister used to cry on Christmas, used to cry on her birthdays. My sister always had caviar dreams. Whatever my mom did for her was never enough. I remember my mom used to pay for my sister to be in drill team. My mom used to pay for her to be in Girl Scouts, everything. But again, what my mom would do for my sister was not enough. My mom wasn't a perfect mom, but my mom was trying. My mom used to have Louis Vuitton, Gucci. She would make sure we had, what are they called? Canopy beds. She would buy us nice things because my mom used to like nice things too. My mom would go to Nordstrom's and buy us clothes. My little brothers and sisters were wearing Oshkosh B'gosh when little black kids was not wearing that back in the 80s. They just were not. My mom used to go and buy us top of the line clothes and things like that. We had everything. But my sister would always be the one who was ungrateful. Nothing was ever good enough. If my mom bought her what she asked for, or if my mom bought her something that was slightly different, she would still cry, still complain, I didn't want that. You didn't get me what I wanted. And my grandmother often tells us the story of how my great grandmother allowed her to wear her tights to dance, a school dance. And my grandmother didn't want to wear tights. So when she came home, my great grandmother asked her, "Well, how was the dance?" She asked her her name, but how was the dance? And she said, um, as to some of you guys, this is gonna sound harsh, and I wouldn't do this to my child. They were primeval back then. But she told my grandmother, I would have enjoyed the dance if I didn't have to wear these tights. And back then, you have to realize that was something that was a luxury item. And my grandmother had to work hard for those. And my grandmother got a whooping. My great grandmother had to work hard for that, but my grandmother would have got a whooping. And my grandmother used to tell us stories like that because you would end up with a Peach McIntyre, 40 years old, 10 kids later, married, and everything else, and still ungrateful. Who cares what her love language was? She had a single mother who grew up being traumatized by her own father. Her mother did the best she fucking could. They grew up in the projects, and you can excuse all of Wood's behavior. You can excuse everything he did to you, but you can't forgive your mama, who was trying her best. Your mother is still trying her best. And as a mom, I could cry for her mother because after Peach talked about her mama and dog walked her, she still had the audacity to send her kids to her house so she could go have her babies. No, you shouldn't need your mama. Why would you want your kids to go over there to your mama's house? And according to you, your mom is evil and your mom mistreated you. So time off for that mess. Jamila, you're sitting here out taking hours listening. Like, go somewhere and go fly a kite or something. Like, go touch grass. You over here listening to me talk about it. Just like you go over there to Peach's page and listen to her demean and disrespect other women. I hope you don't think that you're saying anything to make me feel no type of way. Go make you a page. Go make you a Peach Patch fan page. And go talk about the opposite. Go over there and talk about me, talking about her, talking about her, talking about somebody else. Go do that. Since you're so much better, since you're so above this, why are you over here listening? Show the world how much better you are by being better, by doing better, because I could care less. Instead of building, I do have a brand. That's why you're over here listening. Instead of you being over here listening, because guess what? I'm not over on your page. I don't even know who you are, Jamilia. Jamilia Dene. Is that what you want? You want to come over here and argue with me so people can go over there to your page and listen to you? Is that what you want? Everybody go follow, since she wants attention. Everybody, if you care, go follow. Let's see. Because this woman wants attention. Let's give her some attention. Hell. Let's make her day. Let's make your day, Jamelia. Let's see. Because you're not. You shouldn't be talking about you're above this because you're absolutely not. Wait a minute. You started your page, what, 10 years ago, and all you have is 1.33. Girl, you got bigger fish to fry. For real, you do. Let's see your videos. 7 views yesterday on your last video. If you don't go over there and go create you some better thumbnails and some better content and stop worrying about what my grown self is doing, are you even monetized after 10 years?
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Jamelia. Today, we're going to talk about how to start a tax business and how you can join my team, okay? So
Girl,
handy dandy iPad over here.
First learn how to roll the weed, then start smoking. You only have 21 views over here. How are you going to show anybody how to do anything? You don't earn 6 figures doing anything because you're over here in somebody else's business on somebody else's page. You don't make 6 figures doing jack. You don't expect me to believe that, do you? Let me see. I put aloe in my, y'all not going to believe this. Girl, you putting plants, you growing plants in your hoo-ha? Girl. Wait a minute. You auditioned for American Idol. Let's see how you sound. Come on, let's see how you sound.
Diamond jewelry. I can't help myself. I have to show it off. Say that again.
It's a really big deal. $7.99 2-carat natural or lab-grown diamond jewelry.
Oh, you monetized. We're gonna listen. We're gonna give you some views on this. I'm not adding you to She Knit. You gonna pay me? Well, you sound a little okay. Is that you, Jamelia? Well, sing. Oh, girl, sing. Y'all hear her? What? Girl. Girl. Simon said no. They didn't like you. I wonder why they didn't like you, Jamelia. You sounded pretty good to me. If I was on the panel, I would have gave you a yes. See how nice I am? I help promote you. You made it to the top 80. They did give you a yes. And thank you. Oh, okay. So listen, that's what she wanted after all. Why didn't you just come over here and be nice and say, you know, could you go look at my page? Could you help me out, girl? Since you over here talking about Peach, can you help me blow up a little bit? Why didn't you just ask? I'm nice. Give me a like, give me a super chat or something. Jamia, please, doesn't like you, dear. So stop your TNT, right, right. Peach don't like you, so stop with the. I'm not gonna say that TNT. I can't say that. That is what you wanted. That is what you wanted. Your business is slow. You did get choose for American Idol. You putting plants in your Kizat, aloe and shit. Girl, you down bad. And now you want to come over here and harass me on my damn page. Girl, get a damn life. Real talk. Let's see how many views you got. Because, 433,000 views. 433K in 10 years. That means you only get 43,000 views a year, which means, let's break that down. Okay, 433,000 in 10 years. Let's divide that by 10. That's 43,000.333. We control all day. Don't come over here messing with a fool, because I would teach you, okay, how to be a fooler. Okay, don't play those games with me. I can do this with the best of them. I choose to be nice, but today you caught me on the good one. So 43,333 likes divided by 12 months. You get on average 3,611 views per month. Time for you to pack it up. Not only did American Idol not want you, Jamelia, YouTube isn't fond of you either. So I see why you come over here harassing me. If I don't make a video about Peach, people will still listen to me. People like my commentary. People like my commentary. Go check out my views. I'm almost at 2 million views in 2 years. So that's 1 million views a year compared to your 43K views a year. Ain't nobody adding you on live. Face you for what? Face you for what? This is my platform. And I talk about what I want to talk about over here, and I do what I want to over here. You came over here harassing me. You came over here insulting me. You lucky I didn't just block you. But listen, I want to honor the people who really support me and the people who really enjoy my content. Listen, put a 1 in the chat and we're going to allow Jamelia to stay. Put a 2 in the chat if we want to tell Jamelia bye-bye. Money getters, let me know what's good. What are we going to do? Okay, one person says they want to keep you. That's one person that decided to let you say. Crystal said 2. Naomi said it's a no. Well, the 2s have it, Jamelia. You're on your way out the door. Let me go ahead and block you. Let me hide you. Bye-bye, Jamelia. Jamelia, tell everybody bye. Everybody's, look, wait a minute, let's see. Let me count them. Let me count them. I'm going to be fair. 1. Listen. Maybe if she apologizes, and says she's sorry, money getters, what do you think? What do you think? Because I am a nice girl. Black Doll says, let her stay. She says, I pray blessings for everyone. But Jamelia, you should apologize because I did you nothing. I did you nothing. I'm over here educating the money getters about how bad it is to bully others. Now, see, you should be over there on Peach McIntyre's page telling her how wrong she is for bullying Kayleigh G. But instead, you decided to be on the side of evil and come over here and harass me, an actual do gooder. I'm one of the good guys. You are speaking. The money getters ain't even over here requesting to go live. You doing too much. That's something that you could request if you were a big money spender, big money getter. That is reserved for the 9.99 memberships, which you have not done. You have not clicked on that join the big money getters button, and you're over here requesting shit that they could only ask for. Only the biggest, the littest, and the dopest could request that I would do a panel with them and go live with them. Go click that button for $9.99. You an entrepreneur, use your head. Use your head, but don't come over asking. You can't talk fluently texting. I hope you're not. I wouldn't trust you with my taxes if you couldn't speak fluently texting. That's crazy. Yeah, she came all kinds of wrong. Well, Jamelia, Jamelia, I respect the game. She did give me a $4.99 super chat. She's humble. She's humble, money getters. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Naomi is not feeling you. Naomi is, I got to listen to the money getters. What y'all want me to do? What y'all want me to do? I mean, yes, I said $9.99 membership. That is still not a $9.99 membership. For real. Right, a token. Y'all want to hear what she has to say? Crystal says she feels weird vibes. Tasha says, no, you're a peach. I don't know. Put her on live. I don't know how to put her on live while I'm already live. If I was on what is it? If I was on, oh, she gave another $4.99, guys. She gave another $4.99. KN, we have, I don't know, what are we calling her? Are we calling her a peach supporter? She came over here dissing me. She came over here. Oh, yeah, if I had StreamYard on, then I could do a panel. I'm going live later. I'm going live later. You did not listen, though, Jamelia. I said you had to join the $9.99 membership, which you did not do. I cannot give you a perk for the free that I would not give to somebody else who was not a big money getter, big money spender. If you join the $9.99 big money getter, big money spender membership, I'll let you come on live. I'm a woman of my word. We're going to be, that's just 2.5 hours away. You can't do that because I bash Peach. Damn it, Jamila. Grow some balls. Listen, Peach has been on here all day long, all week long, bullying poor Kayleigh. And then you want to come over here and talk about me bashing Peach. Are you intelligent at all? You are a tax. Okay, you do people's taxes. You say you make 6 figures a year. I know you have to be smarter than that. Girl, I know, guys. I had to hide her. I had to hide her. Let me see. Let me see. Who just joined? Wait a minute. Let me see. Wait a minute. She bought the membership. Okay. I unhid you. Just as I hid you, I unhid you. Okay, so when we come on at 6 o'clock, listen, let me tell you something. I'm only moved by the money. I'm only motivated by the money. All this shit is for kicks and giggles. I got children over here to feed. No, my money is already good, okay? My money is already good because I'm a money getter, okay? On YouTube or not. But this YouTube shit is not fun unless you're making some money. Listen, I do not mind being a troll. I don't give a fuck about Peach. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. We're just having fun. It's all entertainment. Don't get your panties in a bunch about something that somebody is talking about Peach. Nobody, if they saw a Peach on the street, nobody would curse her out. Nobody is wishing that Peach loses her life. Nobody wishes bad on Peach like that. Not the money getters. None of us wish bad on her, her children, or her husband. Right, money getters? It's all entertainment. She comes on here in clowns, and we join the circus, and we talk about it. Just like Peach can come on here and talk about Kayleigh G for days on end, nonstop. Literally waking up in the morning to talk about this girl, to put her down. Somebody who has already been through stuff. This girl has come on here and said her mama threw a pot of boiling water on her sister's face. Her mother had the chance to still get them back from foster care and chose to not get them back. You know, we got to really think about what we're supporting here. We really got to think about who we're supporting and what we're supporting. Real talk. I've always been that girl. Always been that girl. Listen, I'm in 8th grade. This is not even my fight. I was constantly getting into it with people about shit that didn't have anything to do with me. If only I had kept my big mouth closed. I got into it with this fat boy, okay? I wasn't fat back then, so I could call him a fat boy, okay? He was even shorter than me, but he was a fat boy, and I learned that day. I learned that day at 13 years old, you can't beat up a man. Because back then, even though boys were shorter sometimes and stubbier, a boy is almost a man. Once they get 13, listen, leave them alone. So anyway, this boy was picking on this girl, just picking on her for no reason. This girl, her family was Kojic, meaning that she had to wear long skirts to school and stuff like that. Her parents made her do that, okay? So he was picking on her because she held on the long skirt, so I defended her. Why did he turn his ire away from her and started trying to bully me? Why did me and him go at it for like a week? And then finally, I can't remember what he said or what he did because he got so to the point that he would follow me to my classes to talk mess because I had told him something. I won't say it here, but I had said something to him in the lunchroom because he came up to me during breakfast and he said something and I said something to the effect of, because he's a fat boy, I said, you know, something about him, and the whole cafeteria was dying laughing. And he was mad at me. So after this, every time he saw me, it was on. It was up. Every time he see me, he stopped bothering the little girl with the long skirt. And every time he saw me, it was up. But I wasn't no easy win. Like I said, I come from South Central. I come from South Central LA, so I'm a little hood. All right. Now, so he saw me this day, and I think the teacher saw him. I don't know if the security, because uh, you know how they have people outside or whatever watching you go to class. And he came up to me, and I can't remember if I slapped him or what, but he pushed the dog shit out of me. I like flew a little bit. Man, I had to do some other stuff after that. I got kicked out of school, and he remembered it like 20 years later. 20 years later, because he actually came in my house, and he remembered. And I think I was married at that time. He came over to my house with my dad, and he was going by Shorty at the time because he was still short. And I told my husband what I did to him or whatever, and my husband thought it was funny, but I got him back. But my point is, I'm the person that's going to stand up for the underdog. I don't like people being bullied. I don't like bullies, and Peach is a big bully. She bullies her husband. She bullies her mammy. She's bullied her family. She's bullied people at Walmart, people at Popeyes. The feeding empty tummies lady bullied mothers who lost their children, now she's bullying Kayleigh G for money. For money. That's not cool at all. I can't even understand how a smart person like you, who was smart enough to understand that it would be better for her to join them rather than try to beat them. You're too smart for that, Jamila. I don't know how many of the money getters would fuck with you because, you did come over here and come at me foul. I don't even know if they felt comfortable with you being over here, but we let you stay. We let you stay. Peach wasn't speaking life into anyone, Jamila. She has no room to talk. How can the pot, how can the blind lead the blind, Jamila? How can the blind lead the blind? She can't lead nobody anywhere until she gets her own act together. The first way that she can do that is being humble and forgiving her mother of anything that she did. Secondly, before that, she needs to go to God and be humble before God. Secondly, she needs to respect her mom, even if her mother did all those things. Even if her mother, if she never finds it in her heart to speak to her mother, she shouldn't disrespect her, because that's the first sin with promise. If you disrespect your parents, you will shorten your days on the earth. God said it, not me. So she needs to humble herself before God, not us, God. She needs to stop disrespecting her mother. And third, stop disrespecting her husband. You married him, love him or leave him alone. She needs to stop disrespecting people on social media. That's the first thing. Secondly, she needs to stop disrespecting people who take their hard-earned money and buy her classes. She needs to be more professional and show up like she says she's going to show up. There's somebody who posted a video who said they gave her chance after chance after chance. Now, who would do that for anybody but somebody who is loyal? They gave her chance after chance to do right by them and show up like she said. She bought one class for $70 and Peach promised to give her money back and never gave her money back and even blocked her. And that's what you defend? The Bible says do not provoke the child, Jamelia, but the Bible does not say if you provoke your child, then your days will be shortened on earth. The Bible does say if you do not respect your parents, it didn't say why. If you're going to quote the Bible, quote it correctly. Noah was drunk. Noah was drunk, and his son laughed at him when he was drunk because he was naked. And what did God do with him? He put him on the darkest part of the continent, on the hottest part of the continent, and he became black because he disrespected his father. God don't play about that. He don't care if your father is the worst person on earth. God is going to handle them, because God does say it is better. He says, suffer the little children, because such is the kingdom of heaven. He definitely wants us to take care of his kids. He definitely wants us to do right by children. But if we don't, woe unto us. Woe unto us. He said it is better to have a millstone wrapped around a limestone or a millstone, don't quote me, but a stone, nevertheless, wrapped around your neck and thrown into the ocean than what he would do to you for mistreating his kids. So if we're going to tell the story, if we're going to quote the Bible, let's quote it all. He also said that if you disrespect your parents, your life will be shortened upon this earth. He didn't say that. He didn't give that promise to parents. Yeah, she says, F people's children to grieving mothers. Absolutely. That's worse. What did that woman do to her? Blessings to you, Jamelia. Blessings to you. I pray that God opens your heart to where you can understand how wrong it is for people to mistreat other people. I don't feel like I'm mistreating Peach. I actually tread very lightly. I tread very lightly because I could be just as grimy as she is. And I can come on here and really talk a lot of mess and a lot of trash about her. But I do not do that because I don't feel like I have to. Like I said, I will use her against her. I will use her own words, the things she says and the things that she does, to shine a light on who she is as a person. And I'm also going to give those people who have been mistreated by Peach a voice, because over here you can have a voice. You can, even if you don't want to go over her page, you can come over here and say whatever you need to say and get that off one good time. Because I have a lot of stuff to say. Like, unfortunately, she's in my algo. She's in my algo. So when I'm scrolling, that's how I even found out about the Kayleigh G stuff. I wasn't even on Peach's page. I'm just scrolling down TikTok, and I see that Kayleigh G responded to something one of her supporters said. So Kayleigh G wasn't even on her page worrying about her. Kayleigh G has come on social media and she said a lot of stuff. She's hurting. She's hurting. And instead of Peach saying, you know what, Kayleigh, now she wants to invite her and her children to Disneyland. Now, because she says she made 50K off of making videos about her, which I don't believe for 1 minute. But maybe you should have did that from the beginning. Maybe that would have gone off a lot better if you had did that. If you had gotten her inbox or gotten her comments, what's good, Kayleigh or April, I'm not sure, but can you please email me back? Or you could have just made a video and say, Kayleigh, I saw this video and I very much want to talk to you. I don't have nothing bad to say to you. I just really would like to talk to you. Please email me or get at me in my inbox. It's all love. And then you could have made the offer, Kayleigh, I saw that what you said about not wanting to hug your children. And from my perspective, as someone who has endured childhood trauma, who has a bad relationship with my mother, I feel like you're going about it the wrong way. And I want to tell you how I feel about my mother today, because I don't want your daughter to have that same type of feelings. So I'm saying this to you, sister to sister, woman to woman. And I would also like to invite you and your children to Miami or to Tampa or whatever. And I would like to pay for you guys to go to Disneyland with me and my kids. I would like to spend the weekend with you. I'm sure that would have gone off way differently. And if it didn't, then you could have got on her. Then you could have got on her and you could have did your big one. But you didn't do that. What you did was try to get clout off the situation. What you did was you tried to embarrass and humiliate that girl. Somebody, and what makes it so bad, money getters, is this is somebody who has already, like I've said this before, ain't nothing worse than your mama not wanting you. You know, daddy's maybe, mama's baby. Mama's baby, daddy's maybe, however you say it. And, you know, children are supposed to be with their moms. Ain't nothing worse than a child growing up feeling like their mama didn't want them. And for their mother to actually say, I don't want nothing else to do with them, and sign away their rights. You have crack kids who don't sign away their rights, who still try to show up at birthday parties and be all cracked out, try to bring a little dusty gift or come and say, I'm going to come back and get you. They try to show up, but the drugs overtake them, but they still show up here and there to give their kids false hope. No, this woman said, I don't want y'all. And I'm signing over my rights to y'all, and I don't want nothing to do with you, to two of her children. So you grow up with that after being abused, after being neglected, and then for your mom, after all that stuff, to say, I don't want you. And then you're in a foster home, so who knows how you were treated in that atmosphere, right? And then you're abused by men. And then she says she had been abused by her mother's boyfriends. So this is a lot that somebody is dealing with. And who knows what type of mental illness she has? Who knows what type of learning disability she has? She's not all there. But she is trying a little bit. I think she's trying a lot. Because I see women like her, they ain't no more good. They ain't no good to themselves, and they're not any good to their children. But I bet you those kids still love her, as flawed as she is. And she needs to be helped. She needs to be loved on. No, Sage, her heart is not built like that. Peach thinks she's blessed because of money, but she had to sell her soul and morals to get what she had. Absolutely, Cancer 66. Both of them need, exactly, both of them need professional help. And like I said, it's the blind leading the blind. Um, why are you trying to tell somebody else anything when your background ain't squeaky clean? You got enough stuff going on with your own children. You have kids that need to learn how to read. You got an autistic son that needs early intervention services. You got twins that need services. You got phenomenal that could use services. You got a husband that could use services. Stop trying to tell somebody else how they should live their life. Stop trying to sell people a dream. That's the biggest thing she does. You're on here selling people this dream. You're not even making that kind of money. You're not making that kind of money. You do shorts all day long. Real. You think they should file a complaint with the Florida Attorney General? I am very fair, Kelly. I am very fair. I'm glad that you recognize it. I am glad that somebody sees the truth. 130 likes. I wonder if we can stay on here and get 200 likes real quick, and then I'll get off and stop yapping and let you guys get on with your day. I'm supposed to be back. Really, I might let you guys off the hook if I can get a few more likes and at least one more super chat, because I'm supposed to be back at 6 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to need some snacks or something. Y'all, I don't even have a car. And I listened to my daughter tell me, Mama, don't go rent a car. Don't go rent a car. My car is being repaired at the auto body shop. And I didn't even go get me any snacks today. I'm going to rent a car tomorrow. I don't know why I'm being so cheap all of a sudden. But I got to go rent a car tomorrow. I was just chilling anyway this weekend. But I want some snacks for later. I don't know what I'm going to snack on. You guys, what are you guys going to snack on? I'm coming back at 6 because I want to know which one of you would date a bye. We're just going to say a bye because I don't know what we can get away with on here. We're going to talk about it tonight. How far are you willing to go for these ninjas? If he cute, if he look like Usher, but he like what he like, and it might not always be right, would you still date him? If you found out that this man you're dating, that this man that you are married to, if you found out that back in the day when he was younger, he experimented with somebody who was just like him, would you stay in that relationship? Do not answer right now. We're going to talk about it. And I'm going to do what is it, StreamYard? I'm going to do StreamYard so you guys can be on the panel and come up and talk about it if you've already done it. Save your answers. Save your answers. Too late, we answered. No, but we're going to talk about non-negotiables and do's and don'ts. And we're going to talk about all that stuff. And why do the gays think that black women are homophobic? Why do they think that about us? We're going to talk about it tonight at 6. That's what I was really supposed to be talking about. I wasn't supposed to really be talking about Peach Mcintyre today. I was supposed to do a cute little video or whatever. You know what? That side chick was actually in my comments yesterday. I think I talked about that yesterday a little bit when I did the live about the food stamps. I hope you guys are all okay with the food stamp situation. As I was saying, whether you get food stamps or you don't get food stamps, expect things to change significantly next month. I have a feeling that some kind of way these politicians will pull a rabbit out of the hat. I don't anticipate that people will not get their food stamps next month. So I will say that. I've been right about things like this. I'm always right. They're not going to allow children to starve. Nobody wants that on their jacket. Because people may be Republicans, people may be Democrats. But let me tell you, a lot of people get those food stamps. People try to act like, oh, I don't get food stamps. Oh, no, I'm not getting food stamps. A lot of people got them little SNAP cards. Real talk. And if they don't get them, they're buying them from somebody. Believe me, please believe me. Not only that, these grocery stores, they make billions of dollars a month or a year. Probably a year, probably a month. I don't know. Like 40 million people are on let's let me get on my handy dandy calculator. 43 million people are on food stamps, right? And let's say, oh, there's my calculator right there, right away. 43 million. Okay, people are on food stamps, and let's say everybody gets $100, right? Let's just be pragmatic and say 100. That is 4.3 billion a month. Okay, that is 51.6 billion a year. Do you think these grocery stores are going to take that kind of a loss sitting down? Absolutely not. First of all, you would be hurting that industry. You're going to hurt that industry, and food costs are going to skyrocket because if they're missing out on that money from food stamps, guess who's going to have to pay the price increases? The people who are paying cash. Right. I'm praying too. You're going to go live about it again, M3. We're going to talk about it again. Okay, we're going to get off and go over there to your page. Absolutely. At least until 6. Oh, it's almost 4. But you're going to talk about it again, Mama 3. So, yes, I really feel like this is something that affects us all. This is all the more reason to get out and vote. And it's not just food stamps. I know that for Social Security, that's an entitlement program, meaning that people pay into Social Security so they cannot touch their benefits. However, when it comes down to applying for SSI, when it comes to applying for Social Security, expect those things to take longer because those people aren't getting paid either. There is people right now who are not getting paid. TSA workers, people who work in any capacity for the federal government, they're not getting paid right now. They're not. And any other agency, I think it's the FDA, they inspect our food. So eat at your own discretion. You know what I mean? Like, who's checking our food right now? It's all kinds of craziness going on. And I believe that they're going to, at the last hour, I believe that they're going to somehow come up with a way to come to some sort of agreement. But the Republicans, they don't want to pay for anything. They want to cut things left and right. They want to cut out everything. So don't think once they come to a resolution that it's going to be business as usual. Things are already hard now. And if we don't look out for each other, they won't. And don't think to yourself, well, I don't get food stamps. Well, I'm not on welfare. Once things start affecting these people, if people don't get that little bit of money from food stamps, what do you think they're going to do? What do you think they're going to do? They're not going to go bother these rich people. They're going to go bother their neighbors. They're going to go bother people coming out the store with a cart full of groceries. You'll be pushing your cart to your car and somebody will be trying to snatch your groceries. Let's all pray it doesn't come to that. I don't think that it will. You know what I'm saying? Like, go in the store and get your meat. Go in the store and snatch some meat for you and your kids. I don't know. But people don't do that. They do whoever is the easiest target. The old lady pushing her cart out the store or whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, earlier was impromptu. Well, that's how we do, Mama Through. We just start talking. Actually, one person gets almost 200 a month. Your stepdaughter gets them. See. That's what I was talking about, Kelly, yesterday, that we need to start growing our own food. Even if we can't grow everything, like if people grow different things, then people can always barter and trade because, you start getting a harvest and you may have too much of something and then you can switch with your neighbors. I was outside, like, I can't hear them when I'm inside. But one morning I was outside like at 5 o'clock in the morning, um, taking my deep freezer out so that the trash people could get it. And As soon as the sun rose, I heard was chickens all over my neighborhood. No, I knew that one neighbor that lives on my street. I know that he told me he got chickens, and because they got a new gate around their yard so the dogs could roam around in the front yard, because they had chicken coops in their backyard. I was like, oh, they have chickens back there. We have really large lots in our backyard, so I don't know why they just didn't divide their backyard. But anyway, that's not the point. He was saying how they got chickens. So this one morning I'm outside and all I hear is chickens all over my doggone neighborhood. I'm like, what in the world is this? We might have to get us some chickens. I'm not gonna wring a chicken's neck and fry it up. I can't do that, but maybe I could get somebody else to come do it, right? But I would. I don't even know if I could collect the eggs and eat them. I don't know. But maybe one of my neighbors, I could get a dozen of eggs from them. Let them do all the work or buy a chicken from them. I know I'm not going to have a cow in my backyard milking a damn cow. I would, however, get me some almonds and you could blend those almonds up and make your almond milk with that. There's lots of things that we could do. We can make our own butter. There's a lot of different things we could do. We're going to have to thug it out like our ancestors used to do before us. The food was actually better and more organic. People wasn't getting cancer like that, or was they? I don't know. But I'm gonna see y'all back at 6 o'clock. Put a one in the chat if you enjoyed. How long have we been on here? Oh, we've been on here for a minute. Put a one in the chat if you're coming back for the 6 o'clock. Maybe I'm gonna do it at 7. I need to let my voice rest a little bit. At 7 o'clock, we'll be back on here talking about if we would. I don't know. I used to automatically would say no, that I wouldn't date somebody by. I don't know. I think it's kind of sexy. I don't know. I'm getting older and I'm a little bi curious. I want to date a bi man. That's not what bi curious is, but I don't know. I don't know. And let me tell you something. The other day, this is why I don't have a rental car for real. I went to drop my car off at the auto body shop, right? And so Enterprise picks me up. I get to Enterprise and I forget that I left my driver's license in my hoodie. So they have rental car guy drop me off at home. Rental car guy seems very zesty, but he's also very flirty. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, why are you trying to flirt with me? I kept trying to like not talk to him because I was pissed because I had to come all the way back home. At first I was like, look, let me go pick up my car. I don't got time for this today. I'll just come drop my car off tomorrow because I don't even know where my driver's license is. And then finally, cooler heads prevail. And I said, just keep the car. I'll get to the rental car. I'll go home and look for my driver's license and hopefully find it and just go pick up a rental car the next day. But the next day was Friday, which was 2 days ago. Damn, it's Sunday. Is it Sunday? I need to get some damn sleep. So I was like, you know what? My daughter's like, mom, because I was like, take me to the rental car place. She was like, mom, you're gonna be at the house this weekend anyway. Just wait till Monday. Save you a couple of days, because these insurance people, like I had State Farm and I was paying almost $400 a month. So I switched to Affinity, but Infinity is boo boo. I pay half the money, but you get what you pay for. They do not want to pay for the rental cars up front. These bastards sent me a check for $120. So I got to pay for the rental up front myself, and then they're supposed to reimburse me. And I feel like that's a trick. I really feel like that's a trick. So, and then my car is going to be in the shop for a little baby fender bender for like 2 weeks. So yeah, I need more super chats. Okay. How much do you pay for for State Farm Sage? No, they're not all tomorrow, but I got grown daughters. I forgot I got grown daughters with cars. And then I'm also looking for a car for the one that just graduated high school. I saw a cute Lexus and they wasn't like 11K. It was clean. Do you know this little girl was like, she doesn't want a used car. She wants a brand new car. I'm not buying her a damn brand new car. The last child that had a brand new car totaled it in 30 days. I'm not a fool. I'm not doing that. You learn how to drive for a little bit in this one, okay? In the one that's used and that's paid off. You learn how to finish driving if you know, if you have fender benders in this one or whatever, you run into a pole or, open your door too wide and dent that up, then you're not as pissed if it was a brand new car. I don't feel like, and she just started driving in June. I don't feel like she's ready for a brand new car. I'm too clean for what? For hee-hees? Oh, I'm telling you, you know what, Tasha? I'm curious. I'm curious how that would, you know what I'm curious to see if this, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm curious to see if if a bi person would be turned on. Like, how would he like it? And I'm sure with my experience, I probably have already been with somebody bi. You have two cars in a rental for your houses, 305. That's not too bad. You don't have to say what state you live in. I live in California, and I had two cars because I had my Tahoe on there, but my Tahoe I don't drive. So I shouldn't be telling you guys what kind of cars I have. Let me shut up. I do have two cars on there, and they had they were fully covered and for State Farm, fully covered. And but I didn't have an accident. Somebody hit my car, like ran into me and drove off. So that's the initial reason why they probably increased my insurance. They say they didn't, but they did. Um, and then this accident right here, but it wasn't my fault. You know what? She does have a job, M3. She does have a job, but I just started, and that's another video or another live I want to do. I want to start talking about real shit that affects us moms and grandmoms. Like, my child isn't paying any damn thing. She goes to school local. She's in a nursing program, so she's still at home. And she doesn't pay for anything. And my mom was like, you teaching her wrong. You teaching her wrong. But my mom was old school, and I don't believe that kids, because they turn 18, like I told my daughter, I said, look, you make your money, then you're responsible for everything. But she ain't been responsible for shit. She don't pay for nothing but her little lashes, her little hairdos. She's wasting a lot of money. And I told her from now on, I need half your money because I'm going to be saving it for you. I will not spend my child's money. I don't need my child to pay bills. But I'm like, once I do get your car, you are going to be responsible for it. I might not make her be responsible for it, but I'm just setting her up for that because she needs to understand once you do she has designs on becoming an RN. She's taking the prereqs for that. Once you become an RN, you will not be able to take your salary and just go off and buy lashes. You're gonna get out of this damn house. Hopefully, you'll be moving out of my home into your own home, owning it. You will have good credit. That is my goal, for you to have good credit, for you to buy your own house even before you are married, and for you to be able to travel and do whatever you're going to do before you get married and eventually start raising your own family. I want all my girls to have that kind of life. I don't want them to have a life filled with struggle and toxic relationships. Of course, they're going to choose and do whatever they do, but that's my goal. And I tell my daughter, you see how you're here with me and you don't have to worry about a thing? Don't you go out there with no dusty and start going 50-50. You don't do that shit here. You're not paying the bill here. So that's my goal for my girls, to not have to pay rent. And then I feel like I owe them all a college education just because she's still local. That doesn't you know, that doesn't mean that I, don't still owe her that. But yeah. Oh, you meant the house that you rent has insurance. That's not too bad because you have the rental insurance, you have two cars, and like I said, my insurance had got up to like 365. I also had car rental. I had roadside assistance with them, and last year when somebody did a hit and run, I didn't have to go and do anything at the insurance place. I did have to show them my ID and credit card, but I didn't have to pay anything. I didn't have to sign for anything. The State Farm handled everything. It was very easy. It was real simple, real easy. But with these Infinity people, they actually sent me the check for the first estimate. They sent me like $700, and the auto body shop said it's gonna be like 20 something $100. So they want me to cash the check, give them that, and then the auto body shop is supposed to send them the rest of. And I'm gonna tell them, like, what if they don't approve it? I don't know. It's all too much. Anyway, let me go. I've been on here look like 3 hours, lollygagging, jaw jacking. I'll still be back on here at 7. Don't worry. I'm gonna take a little break, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for tuning in. Replay gang. I know you didn't make it this far. If you did, you are a real one. Money getters, you guys are the littest and the dopest. Thank you for always holding me down. Thank you for the super chats today. Thank you for just hitting the like button and just for being your lovely, beautiful selves. And thank you for letting the nigga know when they come in here trying to, come at me all wrong. Like, y'all just really handled that. Talk to you guys later. Enjoy your Sunday if I do not see you guys later. But that's what we're talking about tonight. Like, are you guys down with the get down? I don't know. Am I trolling you guys or am I for real, for real? I don't know. You'll learn later. And I want to hear, any of y'all married to a down low brother? Michi says she has her son paying $250 a month. I put it in an account for him. When he move out, I will give it all to him. That's good. Put it in an interest-bearing account if you aren't already doing that. At least put it into an interest-bearing account. I know some banks, like Navy Federal, they have it to where you can start a CD account for $50 and you can add to it every month. So put it in something like that so it can at least gain interest, or even invest it in the stock market. I don't know, whatever you're willing to do with it, but put it somewhere where it can, actually grow instead of just a regular savings account and make some money. You know what I mean? And I think, that's a good thing too, because then if he leaves and he wants to, or if he decides he wants to start a business, he has a little seed money towards that. Or if he wants to go ahead and buy a home, depending on how long he's with you, or if he sees that it's growing, he may say, Mom, can I add more to that? And you put that in the account too. He may say that so that when he moves, he'll already have a down payment to move out with. So, all right, let me go see what my grandkids are up to because that's their loud asses. The Barbs already know when I'm on live, the Barbs don't care about me being on live. They just want me out of their damn face. It's my grandkids' needy asses that be wanting to bother me when I'm on live. Uh, is Yo-Yo on here? Hey, Yo-Yo. Hey. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Is she live, Tasha? Let me go over there to her channel and see what's good with her. All right, guys. I'm out of here.